I've been like half like moving stuff that way too, to be honest.
It's always been my territory. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, welcome everyone. I gotta get my mic over here.
Hello.
Unknown yet.
Unfortunately, yes, I am hiding someone.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need to move up a little bit.
Who's what? Where?
Can't tell me
Everyone is everywhere at all.
When she was standing
I
or
count as a
sitting back a
person?
little bit, I was like pretty much covering her.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you need to move up a little bit.
No,
Alright,
what if
it's
you
fine.
need to move back? It's fine. We'll figure it out.
This is what you tune in for, the gripping.
The moaning and the groaning.
That's right. Okay. Well, we're doing Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. This is our session number 9, we have decided.
Pretty sure.
We're pretty confident that it's our session number 9. So
Yep.
Sorry for missing last week. There was snow.
Yes, there was snow last week.
I was still gone.
Yep, James was being detained. So this week we're back, but we are down 1 crystal / Adrian Moon Whisperer.
You just can't keep a full crew here.
It's tough, you know. Life happens sometimes. You get some
Life is
dicey
hard
situations
sometimes.
that
Life is
happen.
hard.
Yeah. All right. Well, before we get going, let's.
She's off shooting other people now. Right
We're gonna go and introduce everybody. So I'm Mark. I'm the DM. We're starting right here this time.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I play Ellie Wigwaywocket, the Forest Gnome Monk. Martha is not with us this evening, but she has Martha the Badger.
Martha the Badger.
I'm Kogan Usan. I'm a Hildorf Paladin of Urix.
Your name is also Ben.
My name's Ben, yes. I figured you're this deep in, you probably know.
Hi there, I'm James. I play Jet, your friendly neighborhood lunar sorcerer.
Orphan collector.
We'll find out in what shape Jet is in when the group finds him.
Pieces.
It's probably fine.
With a badger.
That's why I'm saying you'll find out what shape he's in.
Hi, I'm your socially awkward druid that has a drug runner grandmother, a Jezebel Rocket.
But what about in the game? I'm sorry.
I'm not. That was beautiful, man.
Got there.
Yep, nope, I'm good with it.
That's Jess, by the way. Yeah. All right.
Jezebel, Jess, same thing.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Evan. I play Blanche the Minotaur. She is sometimes very tall.
No bull.
Sometimes very tall and sometimes extremely tall. Yeah.
It's gonna be a good night.
Let's hope so.
Oh, and this is Lilac, Lavender, and Violet, the emotional support Hydra, for if shit goes down south.
All right.
From B.
All right, so we need to do a recap of events from last time. James wasn't here, so no recapping from James.
Earmuffs.
Why would you put
Why would you need earmuffs?
You
You need
know
to
what
catch up on this.
It's not like I watched the episode myself.
Our mission last week took us along the road to Estwild, where we found out there were soldiers of the dragon army attacking wagons and travelers. They stole a bunch of food, and we had a big fight with them. Blanche took a severe series of hits, but all in all, we defeated the dragon soldiers, discovered a new type that shoots lightning and explodes into dust. So that was fun. I believe...
Some would say shocking.
Oh.
I believe we left off of that.
That was a
there.
shock and awe moment.
If something happened after that, I did not write it down.
Yeah, we got a cart now. Well, I got a cart.
Yes.
I was gonna say, I heard that you're now
Kogan made a
apparently
plan.
the workhorse of the group.
The voice and workhorse.
I was a goat.
Okay. Well, I mean, was last episode the one where we did a pretty significant amount of effort toward acquiring badger armor?
That's true.
Yeah, there was at least 20 to 30 minutes of that, I think.
It's done. It's ready.
Well, we don't know if it's ready. We haven't been there.
Well,
Yeah.
the arrangement was made.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
arrangement
We don't
was
even-
made.
We gotta spend
The
another
deal was
20
struck.
minutes.
We don't even
picking
know
it
how
up.
Martha's doing. Or how Jet's
Martha's probably fine.
doing. Jet's not, probably.
Oh,
20
and,
minutes learning how to put it on her.
while we were talking with the armor over there in the forges, he kind of like, they pointed out like possible we might end up with their armor to sneak into the camps.
That's
Educated
that's
guess
true.
they gave us there. So that could be happening soon.
Subterfuge.
Exactly.
Am I good at that?
No. Oh, I wasn't even looking.
I'm good at
So-
persuasion, not deception. I mean, I still have a +5.
So-
no matter how I look at it.
Which episode was the one where the group had a chance to, what would I call it? Interrogate? Was that 2 sessions ago or last session?
I
Were
think
you there for that?
I know that I used. We
yeah,
were
you were
talking
there,
to
so
him,
it
and
was
I
two
was
episodes. Two
listening
sessions,
to his
okay.
mind.
Okay. Oh yeah.
But
yeah,
that
yeah.
was two. That was 2 sessions
Yeah.
ago.
Okay. So that was not.
I
Last
don't know if you
session.
guys did anything last session. Well, no, I.
Yeah, you do know because you
Lies.
watched it.
I
James.
watched it,
Guys.
but I don't think you guys did do it.
No, so they
Your
did that
deception
interrogation in the last one, or in
Okay.
2 sessions ago. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I believe that our plan was we made our way back. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, your standard operating procedure, unless you choose to deviate from it, is that you go back to the castle. Darrett meets with you. You do your report to him. He reports to the marshal, and then military leadership does what they do. So, unless you want to deviate from that, we can say that you have achieved that goal, unless there's something specific from this mission that you want to be sharing or talking about.
Unless they've got any more news from anything they've gotten from their interrogations of the soldier we captured, or if they've heard anything more on those mercenaries that seem to be coming into town.
They haven't reported anything specific to Darrett now about that. If they are learning things, they're not. It's not stuff that they're choosing to share with you guys, at least not currently. But you guys also aren't pursuing it particularly. Okay. So he does not. When you guys arrive back, Darrett doesn't offer you another mission at the moment. So it's safe to say that at least for now, you have a bit of freedom until your next
Do you
mission.
get paid weekly or monthly?
Weekly.
Has another week gone by or no? Yet?
No.
No.
Like 2 days.
It's only been 2 days.
Yeah, we've been busy.
We haven't really.
It's probably been more like 3.
I was gonna say 3
Since
or
we
4.
got
It
the
makes more
calendar.
sense. But I was
A
like,
mission every day at least.
yeah.
Yeah, this particular mission took you a little longer just because of the time you left and then when you came back.
Yeah. Never mind. I'm not with you guys at the moment.
What
Alright.
time
Well, we
Maybe
can
we should-
assume that they have now gone back to see you.
Maybe
I'm
we should
dead on the
check up
floor.
on it.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was unfortunate.
Did you have something you wanted to
Blood,
children are getting-
gashes, everything on my body.
Well, I mean,
The children are going to be
at
so
this point, we're probably
sad.
getting back pretty late at night. Or it's getting to be night by the time we got back from the whole adventure and report everything.
Didn't you hear him? He's
Hogan! I mean, no magic to you.
It's not-
I'm so glad that this palette is like, yeah, whatever.
That's
You're
like, he was just a
around his neck.
weirdo. It's
your
fine.
your encounter out there happened in the early morning. So I think what you guys did was you carried on a little ways, realized you were not gonna
Panic woke you up.
you were gonna get outside the realm of what you were really there to look for, and then you made your way back. So it's safe to say that it's like, dinner time or later.
I fail to hear.
Are you actually dead on the floor when we arrive back in our quarters?
I look like I'm dead. Like lacerated, bleeding.
I
Okay.
will take out my herbalism kit
On all the
and
good
just
sheets.
set it
God.
on his chest.
Careful, you don't want to restrict his breathing. He's on death's door.
Right. Sorry. I'll move it onto his face instead.
Ah, perfect. There you go. Clear the lungs.
I'll just
Give them room to expand.
let's at least get this bleeding stopped. Let's see if we can get him back up and going. I'll lay on hands and hit the fire.
Why?
Oh God! Never again.
What?
You didn't tell me where the kibbles were.
Oh. Just open the
I
chest.
don't know where she is.
Of all the places you didn't even think to look at the chest.
It's not my chest. It's not like I'm gonna be like, ah!
So we each have a chest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna open my chest and reveal Martha sleeping in her puddle of kibbles in the chest.
So she just,
You knew where it was. Why didn't you go for it then?
She's like sleeping on top of it.
I know, like I said, you knew where it was. Why didn't you find it then?
well, maybe she just doesn't like you.
Looks like she tried to peek inside your chest
That's
first.
unfortunate.
They didn't find anything. There's nothing in there except for books.
No,
So
I
wads
mean-
of paper.
Oh, thank God they're not shredded.
It would work perfectly well as a nest.
Okay. Well,
Station. Clean myself from this blood.
Well, I'm glad you didn't keep the cat on you.
Yeah, that's still with the kids. I can't. I just can't bear to
was
take
a-
it away from them,
That's a good call, I think.
especially for
everyone
that
involved.
situation. I did not expect that.
Just petting Martha as she's in the chest.
In her little pile of happy kibbles. Little happy leg twitch.
She's dreaming about chasing Jet.
Didn't run very far.
You should have run fast.
Evan is on fire tonight, guys.
I worked 10 hours. I'm here to party.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, you guys have the evening. You guys can choose anything that you'd like to do. Or you can do nothing and wait till the next day and see what comes.
I'll make a drawing of Martha in the chest with the kibbles
Sure.
and then go to bed.
Do you care how good your drawing is?
I mean, she's done this many times, so if you'd like me to roll a performance check, I can, but
That's up to you. It depends if you care how good it is or not.
I mean, it's just a sketch. We're not going for Picasso.
That's fine.
I don't know if it's we're gonna give them more time to rest and heal or not, but do we want to go check on Lady Becklin and Cudgel?
Yeah, we can do that. Perfectly fine.
Just kinda-
No, I'm just kidding. I'm good. I'm fine.
You should probably make a visit to the infirmary anyway.
Because somebody can't handle their badgers.
I'm not an animal person. Rip
And-
Jezebel.
And yet you collect orphans. Start heading to the infirmary.
You've got a point, actually, on that one.
They're their own animals.
Yeah.
Are you counting orphans animals?
Well, we found an orphaned cat, so.
Oh,
I miss
Mister can't handle animals.
the children like him
Yes,
more.
I think we might head down and talk with Becklin.
Yeah.
The
Becklin,
others who
Cudgel, and
escaped and made their way back here. Figure out what their story is.
who else was Becklin and Cudgel? Wasn't there another one that we knew too?
Another one of the
It was the
Soldier,
lieutenant.
wasn't it?
No, that one
Lieutenant
rode
escaped
with
with
us on the
us, yeah.
boats.
No, there was them and then
It was
there
just
another
another member of
soldier.
the mercenary company.
Okay.
Insert name here.
Generic mercenary number 3.
Maybe he wanted to be 13 and got.
Well, those guys were part
Well,
of.
he should have waited a while.
That
then.
was the person who survived with Cudgel and Becklin was part of the Ironclad Regiment, right?
Yep.
Not necessarily a mercenary.
They are.
No,
they
were a
are
mercenary company.
mercenaries, Yeah.
Oh, okay, I understand.
I mean, there technically still are a mercenary company. They're just fewer members now.
How much of a company are they?
So is anybody?
Quite a crowd.
Yeah.
So Kogan is gonna go. You're going down to try and
Yeah, if they
find
want
an
to
infirmary.
join.
Anybody else?
I'll
going
go with
that
you.
Same?
I'd like to check on them.
So
I
4
kind of
of you.
walked
Give
past
Martha
them
a
while you
little
guys
ear
were gone, but I
Or
never
all
really
of
stepped
you.
in.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's gonna go. You get down there, and I mean it's been, about like it's been a couple of days now, and Becklin is there. She's awake. She's alert. She seems definitely mostly recuperated. And Cudgel is also there. And the conversation that you guys kind of walk up on is they're talking about that Becklin is very close to being ready to leave, and they're going to go to the town where all the refugees are, the little shack village or whatever outside of the city walls,
The refugee town.
the refugee camp, so to speak.
Pop-up town. Tent town.
So that's the conversation they're having when you walk up.
Well, Lady Beckham. Good job. Recovering quickly, I see.
Well, they're doing excellent care here. I'm very fortunate. And Cudgel says, yeah, they brought us an excellent healer.
I'm glad to see that you two are going in a good direction.
Yes. And so then Becklin kind of chimes in. I'm not 100%, but good enough that I don't need to be in a bed anymore.
I'm surprised they're not trying to recruit you right away like we were.
I even if they did, I think I would prefer to stay with the people and protect them.
Sure they'd be glad to see you again.
Yeah, well, I spoken to Darrett. He was there were some tears, but it was good.
If anyone's told the mayor yet.
I don't know. Well, that was
Cudgel has been back to the village and
Okay.
has seen them.
must be quite the tale how you managed to escape. You were coming from the out east.
Yeah, so Becklin explains to you that she got captured, and then Cudgel explains that when that happened, her and she kind of called the retreat and ordered JF back to the town, and then the rest essentially had to retreat. And in the process of the retreat, there were only 6 of them that got away. And so they hid, essentially. And the Dragon Army did not pursue them very long before they redirected their efforts to the town. And so Cudgel made a decision on where they were going to go, and it was with the hope that they would be able to run into the group that had Becklin prisoner. So it was only about a day that went by before they found the people that were holding Becklin. And they had 2 other prisoners with them, and those prisoners didn't make it. And Becklin I think they surmised that Becklin had the best information, so they used the other ones to try to get the information from her. Then they tortured her too. And so the way that Cudgel describes it to you is that she and the other members of the regiment that escaped, the group that had them prisoner was only like 10 Dragon Army soldiers, and they were migrating them back to their larger camp, but they were trying to get the information as soon as they could get it. So they did it before they got back. They didn't feel like they needed a ton of prisoners, well, anyway. So they made a plan to ambush the camp, and it cost them everybody but Cudgel and Becklin and the one other survivor. But they got her out of there.
How'd you get across the river? It was.
Well, we just we knew a place where we could cross, and we had to take it to try and get distance between us and them. I mean, the plan that we had worked well enough. I mean, it was that or go through land that we figured was very likely to be occupied. So
do like an insight check on that just to see.
Yep.
30-20.
So you do sense that there's something she's not saying, but you don't know what it is.
What to tell? I'm kind of curious though how you managed to end up on the west side or on the east side of Calaman. Your adventures all took place out west.
I know somebody who lives over there that would potentially shelter us, and we made for that location.
You would have had to pass Calaman to get over there.
No. We didn't want to come to the city immediately. We didn't know where the Dragon Army soldiers had gotten to. So we took a different direction, and I knew somebody, and we went there, and they were ambushed while we were there, and we had to run again from the soldiers. So this whole thing has been
A series of trials.
ordeals, yes. But the one good thing that came from it was a traveler came by us, and we felt confident that the Dragon Army had not surrounded the city. So we knew that we could go to Calaman safely.
And
Sorry. What happened to your friends then?
you don't have to tell us who they were if you don't want to, but it seems
Well,
like
it doesn't matter now because they're gone. They didn't make it.
I'm sorry for your loss.
We've all lost people.
It is true.
This whole situation has been horrible. The news that we were able to safely go to the city was welcome, but we just I mean, when you don't have very good information about the location of the troops, and you know that they're after you, it's very difficult to make choices. But we have been able to talk with the marshal, so she knows what it is that we experienced. And I mean, I think they're getting more information coming in every day, and it sounds very much like you all have been part of that.
Just doing what we can to make sure something like Wagner doesn't happen again here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the city is fortified. It's got a much bigger army. It makes sense in that respect that the Dragon Army is not just rushing the city. I mean, they're clearly doing what they need to do to have the appropriate force to deal with it, but that's all that's going to do is buy us time, I think. I fear that, and this is now Cudgel saying this, like I fear that it's only a matter of time before the worst is at our doorstep.
Perhaps there's one bright side in all of this. We've seen the Dragon Army, but we've never seen the Dragon Navy. If Kalaman does get besieged, we can try and bring in food from outside, if there is an outside by the time they get here.
Well, that is a good point, and we haven't seen or heard of them having ships. I mean,
They could have come up the river to Vogler if they did.
certainly.
What's that on the horizon? Giant battleship.
With a lizard.
And then, so Becklin kind of tells you that she's not a particularly she's not the most God-fearing individual, but she's a little amazed that she was able to survive all of this. And there's also a sense of, I don't know what you would call it, regret or remorse at the lives that were lost in the attempt to save her. But she's going to do what she can with the second chance. She kind of expresses to you that she didn't expect to make it out of being a prisoner.
Well, I'm sure there's a reason you've made it this far, and I'm sure there's much more purpose to you continuing.
I hope that you're right.
Well, I don't know if you know much about this, but in our defense of Vogler, towards the end there, I don't know how versed you are on the knight's history or lore, but we saw as a group, or was it just I?
I think it was you and maybe one other person.
noticed, I don't almost call them apparitions, other knights of Salaman, but in old armor, appeared on the ridgeline during the battle and then vanished. Didn't just like walk back, just gone. I don't know
So-
if you've heard of anything like that before.
She's got this some sheets of parchment, and there's some things that she's got written on there, but she grabs a blank piece and she starts sketching a little bit, and then she shows you the sketch. And for those of you who saw that, you kind of immediately notice that what she is sketching is the same sort of image of the difference in how their armor looked versus now. And she says, like these symbols on their armor?
Yeah, they were mounted at the time.
How good of a look did you get at them?
Well, I mean, they
We were on the docks while they were up on
docks, and
the.
we saw them at the cliffside.
And you say they disappeared.
They were only there for a moment.
She has what would be the right way to put it? She has a much more wide-eyed look on her face than she's had with any of this other stuff.
And this was back on that day?
Yes. And so then after she does that, she says, well, let us hope that this is not an ill omen.
I thought the Knights of Salamnia were supposed to be a good omen, or a good presence at least.
Well, you think that these were apparitions that disappeared, yes?
They were there for about a moment, but yes, they did not walk away. They just vanished.
They were not reacting to
Well, Knights of Salamnia, yes, you are correct. But I fear these are not Knights of Salamnia.
What are they?
I don't know.
Or should I say, what do you think they are?
You think
Well, I don't
it's
know what they are, but
a deception of the foe then?
well, I take it none of you are familiar with what exists in Nightland.
Not terribly, haven't traveled in that area much. That's the south.
No.
No, that's where we are, the province. So
We're on the northern kind of part of Nightland.
South of us, right?
I mean, I can roll a history check.
Yeah.
Because there's the whole like mountain with the creepy clouds over it. There's weird stuff going on down there.
Spooky things.
Yeah.
Well,
Honestly,
Well, I sincerely
I'm-
hope that they are not from Dargard Keep.
may I roll a history check on that to see if I know anything about that place?
Yeah.
Okay. 16.
You have heard the name Dargard Keep, but you don't know why you've heard it.
That might be something for me to research some more.
there's something special between Dargar Keep and the Knights of Salamnia that you
Yes.
should be aware of.
Well, I don't know if you need to be aware of it, because if it's not that, then you don't need to worry. But if it is,
In case it is, it might be better to be notified of it.
'Cause I have a new
based on all the
topical
things
cat in the
coming
library.
back at the moment, I'm not sure we can
There's a-
afford to ignore it.
There's a lot of old powers coming back.
Well, this is all legend that I have only heard, of course, and very thankfully have not borne witness. But in the time of Istar, before the cataclysm, the knights, one knight specifically, as legend goes, was given a task by the gods to stop the king priest from seeking godhood. This knight, unfortunately, was flawed of character. He sought women. He sought power. And instead of taking on this task as a path toward redemption, he denied it. And the gods cast down the fiery mountain of the cataclysm because of the failures of men. One of the greatest examples of this failure was this knight known as Lord Soth.
Bow, bow.
He's on the cover of the book. I gotta.
S-O-T-H.
That's him?
O-T-H.
This is not Consulti Fire Eyes.
I mean,
This is Lord Soth.
Lord Soth.
Lord Soth,
We must go look for the Jabai.
instead of dying in the cataclysm, is undead, as the legend goes. He is not a knight of Solamnia.
No longer, at least.
He is a death knight. And he has undead minions. Or so they say. If he exists, and if he lends his power to the queen, we are doomed. So, pray that that is not what you saw. For all our sakes. You know, another part of the legend is that he is in his undeath state, tormented by some of the undead women that he coveted. And they haunt him with beautiful yet terrifying songs.
Keep an ear out for that. Next time we notice these apparitions. If that's indeed what it is.
I sincerely hope
close,
not.
we're dead. Sounds like.
Actually, if
Jezebel's
he's
just
tormented
watching like
by
a kid.
that, if
just
we hear
wrapped.
that and we can remember it, I can copy it at some point in time if we end up running into him and try to turn the tide on him. Maybe. If he's tormented by it.
By Rickrolling him?
Yeah.
What's
Never.
What's
the
Rick
way
roll?
to put it? But probably. Lord
Well.
Soth must be
Never
no
gonna
stranger
get
to
you.
love.
We have to survive encountering it the first time.
Never gonna-
But we should.
He definitely knows the rules by now.
I personally know who Rick
I know.
Okay.
She adds that
That's a different issue.
when you look to the south, there are very regularly in the far distance there's overcast, storm cloud looking things. That's where Dargard Keep is. I mean, it's a long way by comparison to where we've been going.
I'll be researching keep in case.
So,
Might explain where they're getting the soldiers and money
theoretically,
from.
if this guy has been hanging around for so long, why didn't he just take over when all the gods disappeared?
Emo edgelord, just moping.
Also,
Right,
other
but-
powers. There's other powers in the world besides just him. Kingdoms were
Was he
still
just-
there, at least in part.
Right.
Was
Or
he
maybe he's-
restricted to where he was at with the lack of powers?
Or maybe the ghostly bards are keeping him inside, trapped.
Well,
Just a question.
Lots to look into.
We'll have to ask
is the
him.
marshal at all aware of all this? Like,
This is all legend. But I've never heard of somebody seeing apparitions wearing ancient Solamnic armor. I mean, that's the only reason that I even think of this legend is I mean, if that is truly what you saw, it is unsettling to think about. Never heard of anybody seeing such a thing.
I want to do another insight check on her. See
Sure.
See
how much she believes this is true.
See if her face is looking a little helmety.
I don't know. 11.
You don't have any reason to believe that she's lying or that she's embellishing or that she's making any of it up.
Jezebel looks like almost like a little kid. Her eyes are wide, just completely captivated.
I'm-
Almost at a point of like sitting on the floor and just listening.
Jed is like lost in thought, like
Every time you make
new
a sound,
new
it's like
new topics to look up.
elbowing every time you make a noise. Like, stop interrupting.
Well, that's an interesting line of thought to look down. If it is true, it's something we should move to interfere. But
You move to interfere.
Why?
If it's them, number one, we need to hope that that is not what this is and that it's something else. But if those really are servants, or even Soth himself, I cannot possibly counsel you strong enough to not interfere or antagonize that entity. That would be suicidal.
well, at the very least, it'd be nice to know if there is a connection between these armies of the Dragon Queen and what very well could be
let us hope
apparitions
not.
of this Lord.
Let us hope not. We need to hope that if Soth really does exist, that he remains neutral in such a thing, or takes our side.
And he would do that. Why?
He has no direct love for the Queen. The Queen didn't stop him from being cursed.
And maybe our holy man could free him of these spirits that torment him. He might be in a good mood after that.
I'm a vengeance paladin, not a
I mean-
redemption paladin.
The legend is that
But
he serves no
maybe.
master.
What if that master pays a whole buttload of money?
He doesn't care about. He would. There's no amount of money that Soth would care about. Soth would care about his torment being ended.
What if they made promises to end the torment?
There's, I would be shocked if there were a power on Kryn that could end his torment.
Given to him by the gods, perhaps only taken away by them.
Lady Becklin, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Or Cudgel, whichever you feels like answering. This dragon army seems to have collected themselves and begun raiding towns, cities, everything in between, in what appears to be rapid succession. Is there any person that you would be aware of, or any reason that this Lord Soth would be able to conduct an army in such a manner?
I only know of Soth through legend and through things that have been. There are very few people that I'm even aware of that have ever claimed to have encountered Soth. So it remains debatable whether or not he really exists. But within the Solamnic tradition, his failure is an understood component of why the knighthood is far from what it was. And we're taught that his failure should never be our failure. But if Soth exists, if what people say is true, I just if the Dragon Queen has in fact succeeded in gaining Soth's allegiance, the Solamnic lands are doomed. That cannot be. It just cannot. His power is far beyond that of any other mortal being or immortal being.
What is his power? I know he's
It's rumor. He commands an army of the dead. Well, or at least many servants. Undead servants. If the rumors and the stories and the legends of him being tormented, which is why he rarely leaves, or has there have ever been stories of anyone ever encountering him, that's all for our benefit, for everyone's benefit. He needs to remain there.
Worst case scenario, end of days. Good best case scenario, he's still in his keep far, far away.
I mean, he doesn't possess the power of a god, but
Just a really old necromancer. Great.
no, he's not a necromancer.
Death Knight.
He's a death knight.
Not magical. Just smacky.
I mean, the legend is that those who served him in life continue their service in death.
God, I feel so sorry for his squire. Thought he died. I thought I was be free. No.
And those who he coveted in life torture him in unlife.
Are there any other largely depressing bits of the story, or is that
No, there's far more.
It gets worse.
Let me tell you
His
about his pets
brothers.
that he used to have. One was a badger. He used to be the badger master. Oh
Death Badger.
Oh man.
no! Yes.
With Death Badger, like, knight armor.
Now I understand why I got badger armor.
Well,
It's always gonna come back to the badger armor.
Those who torment him in undeath are said to be profoundly beautiful songstresses.
Sirens.
Oh, that's nice. At least he's tormented by pretty songs.
I
how
believe
much
that,
he
I
sucks.
believe they're called e-girls, ethereal girls.
well,
Hot
Yes, I
damn.
went there. I
just hoping
went
we'll
there.
never find out.
Mm-hmm. Aren't you glad you talked to
Bad joke,
Becklin?
man.
I know.
That was
Well,
like a
you know,
painful one,
prepare for
too.
the worst, hope for the best.
That's kind of what Becklin has
I-
been saying.
Richard would be
Is
proud of me right there.
let's hope that's not the
Not a good
case.
Yeah.
standard to have,
But-
and you know
I
it.
mean,
I
the
would like
fact
to
that
know
they,
just how bad it could get.
the fact that if they were there and didn't intervene, I suppose that's something.
They're just
because I was like,
watching.
nope, shut that process down.
Who knows? Okay.
Shall we go to the
Well,
library?
It's a good
We
line.
can, unless you. I remember hearing you say something about badger armor that you might be checking up on.
Also, isn't it 9 p.m.?
Yes.
Oh, in that case,
we could, like, take a long rest and heal up. And
that sounds like a
That
great
sounds
plan.
Wonderful. It's not a
You
bullshit.
guys look like you are beat to almighty.
just a few, just like this one deep stab wound. It's fine.
There's a lot of scorch marks on.
Yeah, this one might need a bit more.
Did you get all the bark out of your fur? Or do you need help? That was kind of
I don't
my
know.
bad.
There's a lot of petrified wood, I think, on him now.
No, it seems we took a short rest and I'm fine now.
Yes, we did a whole lot of sitting around.
Ooh, that was a hard
Gotta
battle.
get a little zapped and it's like, alright, we're just gonna sit and chill. Zap and chill.
So I've probably got
Got his cookies.
bandages on.
Yeah, so I think
They'll
we'll
be
take.
off in the
We'll
morning.
take.
I was just surprised it just popped up out of nowhere.
I
It's like,
just, I just left. Me and Jesse are just
We'll
like,
take a long rest. I think.
yeah.
I have a DM screen.
I mean, it blew my
There's a
mind.
reason there's a screen there. Can't see what snacks
Like
got
he's
built up.
doing crappy dad jokes. Look over and there's like whole cookie. It's like
hide it
what
more.
the hell?
It's as cute as a button. 'Cause it was a button cookie.
I was trying to stop that dad joke.
I don't know
Stop
if I
making
see
No,
the second
stop
one, but
it,
I'm
no.
okay.
Stop making Richard proud because he doesn't know why.
Okay. So, I think my question is, does anybody have like specific intentions before the next mission would come around?
If I have the chance, probably go back and try to research maybe something about this dragon keep or dragon
Dargard.
Dargard keep,
And
like any
Woodsock.
kind of information
book
about it.
worm wants to go
Knights
play
and
in book.
Knights of Sloan.
Yeah, that and Death Knights.
And the Cataclysm.
Did
Yes,
was it?
And how to use...
I am one man. I am one
But
man.
with, but with the king's library.
Was it Tira?
It didn't really have that much in it.
Weaponsmith.
But it doesn't mean you get to read it all.
Did you see how long that was going to
Did
take?
the first
to-
day I was in there.
Wait.
If you're like,
Do
well,
that.
why? Because there be more.
I think she said a
have
few
time.
days, but
Yeah, they'll have it ready.
Time now.
tomorrow. Well then, yeah. If I can give her back her axe and pick up my hammer.
Get that sweet, sweet.
I wish I had more money so I could purchase things, but I don't.
What you need.
I would like a magical ring that gives me higher protection.
Oh, that's a
That's a thing, though, so I can't. I don't have anywhere
No,
near that
you
money.
get to remain squishy.
Yay!
Unless you want to check out some
get
shops.
badger armor.
Just a small little thing, like.
It
I'm
covers
not
like your
proficient in
your
any
arm,
armor,
like
though.
just your forearm.
That's it for things to do before next mission.
I'm not proficient in any armor. I can't wear any.
I believe I have business at a bakery.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to stop in at the Great Question tomorrow morning.
All right, team, break.
Bedtime. Face
Their
plan.
pastries are in the shape of a question mark. I don't know.
Mystery
The dot is savory.
All right,
and
everyone,
the-
go to
the
sleep. I lay in
question
my
is
bed,
sweet.
curled in the fetal
It could be like a
position.
dessert bread where it's
Ellie's
got like
sleeping
actual
in
fruits.
her trunk with her badger.
Like orange pasta.
All right.
the kibble.
So I don't think unless you think I don't think we need to role play through you getting armor.
Pretty conversation. Greatly appreciate this.
Badger armor.
Yep. Same thing. They can unless you feel like you need to role play through it. You pick up your badger armor.
I'm gonna write it down though, and I think I need to pay for it.
Mhm.
Just double check.
I was hearing you guys say like 100 steel, 100 steel. I'm like, I only have like 50 some steel.
Well, I no longer.
Actually,
have
all I can think of now
That's
is
true.
like that.
Oh yeah.
Some
We
dessert
got
bread
a-
that's supposed to
I
look
got
like
a
cattails. My
cheap
brother did.
shirt.
But all I can think of like
And a
question that. I'm like, wait a minute.
Snoot
I
plate.
can't remember. what it's called.
They almost look like a musical question.
Okay, so then we'll do the library. What is it that
would
who's
you like-
going to that?
Would you like me to roll history or
Swedish bread.
investigation?
Oh, he never told me the name. What a butthole.
Or
Hold on.
roll nothing?
You only need
You
to
calm
roll
down.
it if you're not willing to spend like 8 hours of a day researching.
We know Jet. Okay, I don't need to roll.
Nope, you live there. This is your life now.
Now that I have a new topic to look for, I'm like, yeah,
I
let's
mean,
do
I
this.
have to go get my badger armor.
That's
so-
not going to take that long.
Okay, so I guess I'll do that.
I'll meet you at the library because I have nothing at the armory.
Okay, so
yes.
what is it that you're trying to find?
I am going to start with stuff about the keep that they talked about, and then after that, go into Death Knights.
So-
Wasting my good rolls.
Congratulations.
I know. I mean, I did. I wasted.
The history of Dargard Keep is like not in just one thing.
Love that.
The Death Knight Badger armor.
Oh my god.
You want to show the
Right,
camera?
right, because she's now Martha
That's
the
amazing.
Unboopable.
Death bag.
Here, I can.
Yeah.
Pass it.
Martha the Unboopable.
Yep.
Yeah, boop.
So, I mean, it takes finding any histories of Dargard Keep. It takes multiple volumes to piece together the histories of it, but I mean, you know, there are mentions of Lord Soth. There are mentions of his, you know, standing within the Knights of Solamnia. There are mentions of him, you know, having been the lord of that keep for, you know, whatever the amount of years were that he was.
So the keep wasn't like actually the Knights of Solamnia; it was his keep.
Well, that's
himself.
how it usually is. Like
Okay.
if you're a lord of a land or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my house.
So, you know, and then you do find one that makes mention of in the years after the cataclysm that there developed this seemingly never-ending cloud hanging over Dargard Keep. But it's not its own writing. It's just part of another writing for the lands of Nightland. There are no like detailed histories that talk about him living after the cataclysm.
Okay. I'm going to take a slight divergence because now reading about it and having already been mentioned to me once about that dark looming cloud just suddenly appearing, I wonder if there's any more information about that.
That's the only reference
it?
to it you see. I mean, it's just it's not a. I mean,
It was just an
Pe- you-
occurrence. that
people
happened
people people can
because-
see it like if they look into the distance even from Calaman, when the right weather conditions and the right day visibility, you can just see what it looks like that far away. I mean, these are fairly open lands, so
Just an interjection question.
Yeah.
How far, like miles wise, is Calaman proper from this keep?
How many days horse travel?
Yeah, how many days travel, whatever.
I don't know if I will be able to find the answer to that question.
I didn't say I was looking up him. I was looking up
I mean,
Death
you can make
Knights.
something up.
So
Well,
he
it
just happened
might.
to pop up because I was looking up the keep, which is
Let me see.
Well, of course, yeah.
if
it
I
goes
can.
Horse hooves. It's just Monty Python all the way. So.
hey, go talk about the rabbits out there.
Yes,
My
I
ra-
can quote
my-
that. I won't
my
say
rab-
too much.
My
of it.
rabbit stack is vicious.
Well, yeah, I've faced it a couple times. It's yeah.
It's on
It's
one
impressive.
of the maps.
I'm sad I missed out on
The
that,
spooky
but I
thing in the
passed
south.
by here on Sunday.
Sunday, I was
In
going
the
to say
south.
the first match was
So
my rabbit
Vogler was
versus
like
Ryan, and
An
just all
overnight
of a sudden I had
Yeah.
11
Calaman.
or 12 creatures out.
Yeah.
From Vogler to Calaman, it's like twice
Crater
that
Hook
distance.
Behemoth.
At least.
I'm like,
It's
Mark's
at
like,
least.
I
I mean,
believe
you would
you're gonna start
guess
this
that
game. I'm like,
it's 60 miles.
my Nickel
or
almost
more.
was like, I ain't doing shit.
Yeah, I was doing some work for.
I don't. I mean, I didn't do the math based on what the legend of the map says, but it's a long ways by comparison to everything else that we've experienced.
I'm going to
But it most
But,
certainly
since
is
my
in
friend
these
from
lands.
Iowa with my group down there.
No, that's west. That's the southwest, isn't it?
Probably retired after work on Friday, so he asked if I would, since I made notion about possibly trying to do it again. He's like, yeah, sure. I'm like, okay.
So
I'm thinking like kind of like a zombie kind of thing.
anything else? Any other specific knowledge we're trying to pursue with regard to this? I mean, even with the research you're doing, it's fairly evident that when Becklin refers to it as a legend, it's not documented that
So,
the mentions that you find of him are from his life.
my question is, so these people that Becklin referenced having claimed to have run into him, is there, if not in this library where we are at in the city, a different place where the records of such a claim, an article in a newspaper, a clipping, like, some sort of
I have the
something
regular
where
one.
we could read the first-hand account of what these people saw, what these people say they saw, other than just
You
their
like if that's information that you're gonna try to, I guess, hope exists. It's you have spent your time here, and you are confident it's not in this library.
Okay. Just 1 second here.
I got it, but I haven't really looked at it.
Defective glitter. Oh my god, I saw it glitter
Is
too. I was like,
there-
oh my god, he's infected.
When we think about going, like, to the Great Library, wherever the heck that was.
Okay, I can't
Atlantis,
sing that song anymore.
which is the
Don't, I was gonna
capital
say,
of Salon.
Anytime I ever see Tristan, he brings it up, and it gets stuck in my head for a week.
Is that
Between that,
Why don't
and
you
the
roll?
place?
Why don't you just roll me a history? Sorry, why don't you roll me a
rock that
religion?
dice, girl.
For
religion?
Yeah.
Yes,
What are
my
you-
rage queen.
what are you
Okay,
rolling
okay,
for?
okay,
What are you doing? What's going on? My brain just went halfway down.
Actually, why don't you roll me one of each?
Well, it started talking about rabbits and then diverted to magic a little bit.
And then tell me what
I'm
you
just
get.
excited because my Chronos deck worked which I was like, this is just gonna be like,
Well,
I don't know. I did homework and I didn't think I'd understand it, and then it went through. So. I was like, fuck.
you wanted
It's
history
my
and
my dead
religion?
dog.
Yeah, one of
One.
each.
I've got another deck idea that I want to do.
Or you could just talk to Jet. Why don't you roll me a history and a religion?
History and a religion?
Yeah, one of each.
Rock's history and religion.
So history would be a 5. But I did a little better.
Here
on
we
the
go.
Religion.
One
than
you
the
know and one you don't.
A
Hey.
23 history.
Sure.
And religion-wise
You clueless?
is 8.
What'd you get in religion?
religion
I was
was a
gonna
14.
say.
Okay. So between the two of you,
No doubling.
you can each remind each other of knowledge that you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is not this is not an aha moment. This is more of this kind of comes out as you're talking because you're getting a little bewildered trying to dig deeper. One of you who goes higher in religion remembers that the god Gillian is the head of the neutral aligned gods. The other of you remembers that legend has it that Gillian in human form is Astinus, who is the head librarian of the library in Palanthus. Sorry, not the head librarian. He is the person who records history
Okay.
in the library of Palanthus.
I wouldn't have actually ran
He's-
into him, would I?
Okay.
Is not was.
Is.
So when
He's-
all the other
he's a-
gods left the world, he's just sitting in his room.
Yeah, he's
He's
just
like, I'm gonna go be a
It's
historian.
he's a
it's
real
a-
he's a real chill dude.
He's got history to record,
Sorry.
right?
It's a
My
it's
bones.
a
He's a neutral god. in
it's
all
a
things.
He's an old historian.
it's
My
just
bones
a
hurt.
it's just a thing people say.
He's my spirit
Okay.
animal.
They
He's
don't.
just spirit animal.
Nobody knows. But it is common legend or talk that certain people have that gods take mortal form on occasion.
Even after they stopped granting spells and all that.
Right, like
Okay.
there are stories within your religion of reorcs appearing as a dwarf working on working in a forge. There are stories of other gods walking Kryn. You know, like that's.
Sargas helped found the
Right.
Minotaur Empire.
But
He's retirement. I ain't
in the
with
case of Astinus in the library of Palanthus, like
Santa's taking a
every
break, I'm
mortal
out.
being
I might go make toast.
that has ever been to the library and met Astinus.
Did I actually meet him when I was there or no?
I seriously doubt it.
Okay.
You're not
But-
special.
I was with a special person when I went there.
Astinus.
So no.
There's
Your answer is
no like you have to imagine that there are some elves and some dwarves that have lived for hundreds of years. There are probably some elves that were alive at the time of the cataclysm.
There's a good chance.
You know, there are some beings that have been alive that long, and those beings could theoretically tell you that Astinus was at the Great Library in Palanthus even then. So Astinus is not there.
He's a humble bookkeeper, yo.
You would have to assume that he's immortal.
Yeah?
I mean,
But the average person doesn't meet Astinus. Even people who go to the library don't just meet him.
Did Green Shield ever meet him?
You never talked about it.
I never brought that up.
That means he probably did.
But so the two of you can put together
Yeah.
the idea that Gillian is this god and Astinus
my shit. I can't do
is legend says that Astinus is the god Gillian in mortal form.
so we gotta go talk to that guy.
So So what brought up this question? Because
She was
I
just
was in the middle
asking
of-
if anybody
I was
would
in the
know
middle
this
of my
stuff,
shit.
and I was like, well, let's see what you know.
let's ask Jet.
Okay.
Well, you didn't know the religion part.
No, religion, hell no. I'm not a religious person. History, yes. Arcana,
Okay.
yeah.
So unless anybody else has anything they want to do, we're going to assume that 3 days goes by. So if there's something else you want to do, I know you want to go to the bakery. If anybody else has something they want to do, you will be getting a package from Granny Recco.
Oh, shit.
Kind of. Is she
Manure.
happy or am I in trouble?
Have you got me my mushrooms? You didn't send me on any kind of mushroom cakes.
And then and then a list falls out of the. It's like, oh god. Since you're leaving the
she
town.
sends you a letter that says, "Have you gotten my stuff from the list?" And the list comes with that letter at the same time.
And it
Like,
just unfolds
this
and it keeps
doesn't. This ain't how it works, Grandma. You have to tell me.
Perception of time just sometimes isn't quite.
Yeah, you got a
there.
point. Yeah.
Maybe she's asked in
It's always munch time. Always munch time. But Noah,
No, so I had started asking about like,
Gambling time.
these supposed firsthand accounts of having seen or heard of Lord Soth being
There's also
undead and so
probably-
forth since the Cataclysm.
so that's how it got brought up about this god. It's like he might know.
I was trying to find out if there was
There also might
not
be,
in this library, but
since we have so
someplace
much
else to go.
time, and I might have overheard you guys talking about this. There's a god for the Knights of Slumber. There might be shrines or monasteries that might have that kind of info, especially if they're nearby where this Lord Soft might have been originating from or had.
Which
Spent a
makes you
long
wonder
time.
about the
More books and scrolls.
yes, but also makes you wonder about the tower that we had back in Bogler. What that might have entailed if we would have been able to actually excavate the whole thing.
Okay. We'll go to the
Wait for
bakery.
that one.
All right.
Time to go get some bread.
How much are is there an apothecary here? I'm going to look at you
Yes, there
because
is.
you actually live here.
The
or you
southwest part of town.
Okay, I might actually go there to see how much it
You've
might
been
be.
to an apothecary in town.
Oh, that's right. All I saw was trinkets. I didn't even see potions when I went there.
No.
Different
That's
story.
the mystery place that's out.
No, I'm talking about another one that I went to.
There's a separate one. Oh,
Yeah, it was the one that
Well,
I
there's-
asked you when we first got to town.
there's a big fancy one to the southwest part of town.
Which one was it that I went to? Gotta go to the gallery.
I wonder how much they pay for holy water.
I was actually thinking about that myself too.
Okay.
Where's that 3 days I might take?
So you go to the bakery.
Trip to holy water.
Wyans
Are you going
Apothecary
at
is
any
the one that I went
specific
to.
time?
I believe I'll go in the early morning.
Okay.
Out of game. That's where I went for
So
my
yeah,
second
you
test
you go and you.
for my character.
Uh,
Which now I'm waiting for a word to
I
come back.
mean,
to
this is
actually take
Blanche,
the
so
final
Blanche
test.
probably gets there before
The death-defying one.
her friend. And
It's
yeah, you wait
apparently
for-
It is a test that you could
we'll call
possibly
it
die
20
in.
minutes.
Sure.
And
Maybe
then
it's open. I'll chat with the.
It's
How
dangerous to be a
different-
spellcaster.
Sure.
Dangerous to be a spellcaster.
And
Just need a buddy.
so then a little while goes by, and
That's if I can take
the
it with me.
the guy that you know as Sticky Finger walks in.
I love that name.
The first test I had to get
And
through
he-
pretty much a four-wall labyrinth.
He sees you.
And since I didn't have
you
the
know,
magic,
and,
it took me a little longer.
Oh well,
But the second one was just pretty much like a interview.
very glad to see you this morning.
She
Apologize
asked me
for
a
the
bunch of
wait. It's
questions, I
been
answered them, so
a
what
while.
my
We've been
character would
off on
think and
business all these days,
Described what kind of
doing
one of
thrill
the
and heroics
scenes
for
that
the
I would technically
glorious city of
consider
Calanan.
Neutral, of course, 'cause that's where I
Mhm.
was going with my character.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Wait
would
for the
imagine
knowledge
that you've gained quite a lot of knowledge since last we spoke.
I have a
So,
tale or
yeah,
two
since
to
there's a
tell,
kid lost in the campus outside.
unless you'd prefer me to
The
have it
question
in
would
written
also be
form.
is if I would end up going there
Mm.
before this campaign
That's not necessary.
Because I don't know what level they would
Good memory then.
recommend your character to be to go through
I-
the test like that.
I don't
I
need.
would like a fireball, just in case.
Best I can offer you is a vial of holy water.
People that I know
Everybody's trying.
I've got 52,
have
52
come to paying well
healing potion, please.
for bits of information.
That's certainly what I'm hoping for.
And I get the impression that you're working with the city's military. Yes.
I'm not one to stand up and salute, but I'm part of the team, you'd say.
What do they know about these dragon armies?
I think I will tell him pretty much most of the things we know.
Ever ask questions about
Okay.
the weird dragon things to
Um,
capture dragon army guy?
I think
Like what they are.
I'll even
I
name
haven't technically seen
names.
them
I'll
myself,
say
but you guys have.
they've heard Consalvi, Fire Eyes, and all sorts. And
The ones that blew up.
and
That's
the
lightning
more
and all.
missions that happen, the more you find out.
Dragon thing.
You've seen a couple.
And
of
what do
them
they
that
know?
turned to, like,
Well, no, yeah, that.
but not the newest.
What does the
Bring that up, did we?
what does the military know about the movements of the dragon army?
That I'm a little less sure on. There's
I have plenty of
there's talk there sweeping the countryside, but that's nothing
I can
specific.
creep into his brain. Wait, you can detect thoughts too?
Well,
Brain creepers.
what are you? What I mean? What are your
Accurate.
impressions of this
And I
dragon
also-
army?
Insight check is greater than my insight.
Now that you've seen them
And we're both proficient.
and
They
faced
seem-
them,
Seem a professional outfit, honestly. Really putting in the work and establishing a presence. I think if the Dragon Army is here to stay, they'll need people on their side for sure and certain.
oh,
I've got my
Unless they plan to
eyes
leave
from
no
it.
one left to be against them.
oh, I think they just
Get past the 20 without a magical item.
they. I think they've proven that they will take by force what is necessary.
Sure, but at a certain point, dead peasants can't pay taxes.
Right,
I haven't
Or
used that word
tribute,
before.
or whatever they call it.
right.
If I were you, I'd keep an eye on the wind and make sure you're.
Oh, always,
You
always,
seem the type to get under cover.
always, always. I have more than one place I can be. I think that if you wish to meet with any more frequency, there can be a lot of coin in your future.
I do enjoy coin in my future. Enjoy it more in the present if you catch my drift.
Well, he, as you say that, he immediately produces a little purse and hands it to you.
Slide it across the counter.
Right. He says, "Well, a good day to you."
Let me know if there's any more tales you'd like me to tell. Anything in particular I'm looking out for.
Well, for now, just meet here when you can on these days and times. And he gestures to the counter. He says, "Help yourself. It'll be on me."
Thank you kindly, friend. And I'll bring everyone some muffins in the morning. Freshly baked cinnamon raisin
Time up
and
for you, wasn't it?
pumpkin muffins.
There you go. They have them. This is a good establishment.
Who's the team player?
Did you
So
bring the
you can-
frosting on top? Oh, thank God. Oh, yes.
Happy food clap. Like a little kid.
So you can write down 50 steel pieces.
And I might take some time in the 3 days we have to take an hour and turn that silver I do have into holy water.
Sure.
So I get a vial of holy water now.
Sure.
But I would like to go, I'm guessing back to the apothecary? Because is that the only one in town?
I mean, that's the one you know in town. I mean,
like
there's
like I said, when I was there, I don't remember seeing potions. I just remember seeing like
there's
charms and
not.
trinkets. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm going to look at you. It's like, besides the one that I asked you about when we first came to town, is there another
There is.
apothecary? Okay, so I would like to go to that one if at all possible.
yeah.
Yeah, I can show you the way there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We can walk on down.
Like a bromance.
So yeah. So
Just the two of us strutting our stuff down to the apothecary.
Scrawny. Scrawny.
Short, buff dude and the scrawny tall.
Scrawny, charismatic
apothecary
man
strut.
versus with the
You guys want to take Martha for a walk?
no. You're home. You can. She wants time with you. Believe me.
I can give the little badger a nice outing.
Yay! Okay, thanks, bye.
Squishy.
Grab some kibbles from the...
So yeah, you find a place called
Put them in his pocket. It'll go
Herbs
great.
and Stuff.
Herbs and stuff. Yes. Herbs and beyond. I remember these places in my travels. They have a
Oh my
very.
god, she becomes a street badger.
I'm going to ask.
And you go in, and this time it's not
It's great.
Wyhan like it was
Yeah.
the first time. This is this is a lady that this is a elven lady, and one of the only elves that you have seen
in this whole
whole town, this whole city. She's a rarity. But yeah, and she's like, even by elf standards, has been around. I mean, she's,
She has seen the years. is
she's
what you're saying?
you don't yeah, for the streets. You don't know, but she's been around. And so yeah, you walk in, and I mean, she's got a little of everything, a lot of some things.
I'm going to take a quick look. Does it seem like Granny Roquette kind of thing here, or
Oh
is,
god.
along
There's a-
with actual?
Oh,
Is there a new budding partnership? No.
I could see if Granny Roquette might
how
wanna-
long you want to look around?
Well, first off, I'm going to look to see if they have health potions, and then of course I'll look once I spot that, I'll look around to see what else is there as well.
Sure.
So, what
Yeah.
else do I find besides?
What do you want to find? I mean, they got all kinds of stuff there.
Jet, what are you going to do?
I mean, if you want to find health potions or healing potions,
Healing potions is what I'm looking
yeah.
for.
I mean, there's literally a shelf, and it literally just says for your health right on the shelf.
How much are they going for?
They don't have price tags on them.
Ooh,
They just
you
have
can't ask for
they
it.
have different
Gotta
sizes
ask,
of
can't afford it.
vial. They have different widths. They have different. They're even different colors.
I'm assuming.
Wonder what they pay for some holy water.
You gotta ask. You
Selling
can't
the
afford.
holy
So
water
then,
is
so you go over there and you
Thanks.
hear her say, and she's got like, I mean, her voice, it's like almost melodic. It's like, these elves really are fascinating beings, and like, oh,
She's gonna take you
that
for
one,
all your money.
those are all
That's not gonna get
excellent.
I mean, all I
You
can think of
can't
is, like,
go
this is
wrong
smooth
with any of
salesman.
those.
Saleswoman tactics. Like,
Do you ever buy reagents?
Buy reagents? Oh, I purchase many things that can be useful in the crafting of potions or spell components for the casters.
no pressure.
I'm going to take the file I have out and thump it onto the counter.
And what, pray tell, is this?
Genuine holy water.
Oh.
Dehydrated.
Genuine holy water.
I couldn't stop.
Koga just
Right?
became a snake oil.
So I'm
man.
going to tell you right now, that holy
She's-
water right there, she's scare away even the
We're just gonna say here. She's gonna insight check you.
I'm being truthful. It's actual holy water.
Right.
It's glowing with the holy aura of Rearix.
Has anybody?
Well,
wait. Has
that
anybody
is quite
actually
the
ever
tale.
made holy water before?
Well, probably not since the gods left.
That's a decent looking vial. So 1 copper.
Like, the vial itself might be a copper.
Bronze, maybe, is that what our copper is?
Ooh, your
Yeah,
Swiss.
bronze.
Yeah, bronze.
Your bargaining voice got a real nice southern twang to it.
She clearly does not believe that that's holy water.
Oh, bless her heart, you don't believe.
That
Something
moment
like
I
this.
wish I could summon it
Rare
out just to
nowadays.
find out. Like, whoa.
I don't think I could
Rare.
part for
I
less than
don't.
30 gold.
I don't think that they
I
exist.
remember some of the twangs for this for my character.
There's nobody blessing water, son.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Rearix?
Oh, I've heard of reorcs, but
You got 25 steel worth of silver and an hour to spare? I can show you something.
Ooh, what real racy!
I'm just going to keep looking at these health potions. Hearing that behind me.
I
I'm
wish I was
like,
there. She'd be taking notes. Like, I don't know what's happening, but
I tell you what,
It's my turn.
if you can show me that you can
Bargain.
bless water, you can have 25 steel pieces.
All right. Well, how about an initial investment of 25 steel worth of silver? I have the money on me right now.
Sure.
go once, go
She's
twice.
You got an hour? It
to
takes
see
time.
this? Absolutely.
All right.
Let's get
Anyway, so
Take your
so
time.
so
I'm gonna
so
be an
we'll
hour.
yeah. So we'll.
Oh my
I think
God.
we'll just. I think we better do the other people's business before you do this.
spicy.
I'll be doing it as this happens. It
Sure.
takes
How
it
mu-
time to do
Oh.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the pricings of the health potions, but I don't.
I might have to take my
I am
sweatshirt off.
spreading
Hot
word and
damn.
belief of Rearix through crafts of holy water.
You are a DIY priest.
As far as I know,
It's a moonshine
I
paladin
am
here.
the herald
Yeah.
A shine paladin.
our Lord Rearix.
Oh my
A
god.
By
fortune.
his divine right, I will make some holy water and sell it for a tiny profit to further more holy water
Are
production.
you just mad because Blanche got 50 steel pieces
We got
off
death.
of giving information?
I am.
We got death knights and we got shine
But I'm
knights.
perfectly
Got 3
fine.
days. I need to do something with my time.
I
If
need to
that's
find a
crafting
job
holy
because I
water
need to
and
do
selling it to
something.
the local apothecary.
We got a real nice voice.
Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck in libraries reading things over and over again, and I will have knowledge of
Ceremony's
this
not a
whole
quick
freaking library
spell.
by the end of the time.
This just adds to it. I'm just.
Yeah, I'll mark off 25
But I
steel.
Why would you mark off 25 steel?
Well, you're gonna
purchased-
show this off, and you're just gonna get it back,
All right.
Yeah.
and she's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Censored by the Solamnia Broadcasting Corporation.
What the fuck?
The lovely language is just gone.
That's right.
What
it's such a
the
good thing that
Commander Sloth is going on
goes into
here?
Commander.
Did you say that on purpose?
Yep.
Okay.
I did.
No, I have to draw Commander Sloth. Of course.
Commander Sloth!
Sloth.
Not Lord
Something like
Sloth,
that.
it's Commander
Commander.
Sloth.
Okay.
It was before he was corrupted. Commander Sloth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are you trying to get?
Just your normal health healing potion.
Sure.
So
One
not
that's the
the
2d4 plus 2 kind of. Not a what?
Not the seductive ones.
Seductive.
I want to
Yeah.
see it.
And maybe even throw in a cup. Well, depends on how much
Damn it,
that
Jezebel
would
could
be
learn
for
to
the
bargain
potion.
from you.
I might
Stop
throw in
it,
some
tune it.
steel for like to replenish
I used to be
components and all
amazed.
that stuff.
You know, you gotta pride yourself in your work.
Because I have an arcane
sell it for
focus, so
what
that's
you're
why
worth.
I haven't been using really.
So one healing potion costs 50 steel pieces. One, you can get 2 for 90, but
We're good with
but
one.
but if you do the 2 for 90, the stipulation is that she gives you this other vial of liquid, and you have to drink it in front of her.
Do you have 40 steel pieces that I could possibly?
Not unless she's willing to buy this other
Okay.
vial of holy water I have for markup.
Ooh, I gotta. Y'all are gonna meet me.
I'll trade you a badger.
Hey,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Are you?
badger's under my care.
Like I said, I'm just kidding.
That badger's wearing my
She'll
fucking
give
armor, bruh.
she'll give you 20 steel pieces for your vial of holy water.
It cost me 25 to make this.
Oh, sorry. She'll give you 30 steel pieces for it.
I think I can do that.
All right.
And I'll immediately spend the 25 to get more silver.
You're like
I'm gonna make some
spear fingers.
later.
Well, she's not going to keep giving you that deal. She's
Well,
going to do it
no,
because
that's
she's
just-
in awe of what just occurred.
But that's just for me to make some later.
Yeah.
That's to go
I've
to
got
the
3
other
days. There's
conjurer.
plenty of time to
All right.
spend several hours making holy water. So I think the end result of that is me gaining 5
Steel.
pieces.
Yeah.
All right, wheeling and dealing.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you
What's
no
that?
longer
Oh, you wanna
have
look at
40
Soph?
steel pieces that I could bump her.
This iteration of Soph anyway.
I've gone up 5 steel pieces through this whole interaction. That's not enough.
That's not what I dreamed.
May I roll a persuasion check to see if I can get a decrease of a discount, pretty much?
85.
To get the two plus the
Yes.
other vial.
Yes.
You want to roll a persuasion?
I would love to roll
Sure.
a persuasion check on this. Nat 20 on this bitch.
Sure.
So that is
That's indeed a crit.
grand total 5 plus 2 is 7. 27 persuasion check.
All right. Yeah. Absolutely. She
Throw
says.
my charm.
She says, "You know what? You know what? Yes, actually, you know what? I got a better deal for you. We'll do 2 for 80." And then she puts away the vial that she showed you, and she gets out this bigger one. It's different color. It's like sparkling pink, but it's got like these little dark blue swirly twirlies in it, and says,
That I have to drink now instead?
"Yeah."
Okay.
Don't squash on the bet.
May I please borrow 30 of the almighty steel pieces from thee?
I'm gonna want this back. You
I
realize
will
that.
give you my remaining 2 after that 30.
This is on loan.
Yes, I will
I
pay you
expect
back.
it to be paid back
I
at
will.
some point.
I will. I am a man of my word.
All right.
Okay.
Borrowing 30.
All right. I am telling the truth. I suck at deception.
Okay,
All right.
I'm gonna mark it down that you owe me 30.
Yep. And I will go ahead and erase my 50.
Do you need a blessing for this?
Nope, I am good to go. We're going to see what happens. Oh, Kogath 30. Kogon 30.
So you give her the 80 steel.
Yep.
She gives you the 2
Two-
potions.
And they're the normal 2d4 plus 2 healing potions, or which healing potions are they?
They are. Yes, they are 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. And then. this
Okay,
special
so
potion,
you rolled
which
a nat 20.
I did.
So this is what she tells you. She says, if you drink this and walk out of here, you can keep the vial.
I can keep the vial. if I
Yes.
drink this.
Yes.
I offered a blessing.
If you want to, you can, but it's going down.
All right.
All right. So Jet, shotguns this.
Just bam.
You're like, I like this
Whatever
vial.
roll you gotta make, get an additional D4.
Do you like this drink?
Okay.
Find out.
So you drink this, and the first
Choke
thing
on a
that
couple of
happens
butter
is
pieces.
you notice that you start to feel lighter.
I look on the ground to see if I'm like lifting up from it or something.
Yeah, you are.
Oh.
So as you notice that, you're about 3 or 4 inches off the ground.
Do you need a hand there? Or do I just need to let you work this one out?
I'm going to look.
And as this is happening, they all can see that there's like, it looks like this little halo is appearing around the top of your head. And by the way, the lady who gave it to you, like, she watches you drink it, and she's kind of sitting there like,
All right. Now that you've drunk it, what are we expecting here?
well, right now, all
right
that's
now
hap-
I am floating off the ground and I have a halo on my head. So,
above your head.
above my head.
You don't know that, though.
Okay, that's true. Unless I have reflective surfaces around by me
So
to
does that
see.
mean you're only partially dead?
I'm going to try to mentally propel myself forward to see if this is by chance like a fly spell or something like that. I'm going to try to move forward if I can or not.
So when you think about trying to move forward, like at first nothing happens. And so then your mind like you're kind of trying to figure out maybe that's not what I'm supposed to do.
Yep.
So then you start to lean forward to
Yep.
try to make yourself go forward, and you just start to
Spinning.
twirl.
All right.
And it's not happening very fast. Like,
All
it's
right,
kind of
so-
slow.
In that case, I'm going to quick take a rope from my bag, tie it around a dagger. Do I see the exit of the building in front of me?
I mean, maybe you want to
Are
tie
you
it to
gonna
your
use like the
ankle and
dagger as
give
an
Kogan the
anchor, and
rope.
you're just gonna kind of like
Yeah, I was gonna. Or I could be like, here's the end of the rope, Kogan. Could you move forward, go through the door?
She said
You-
I know. That's why.
have to
That's
walk
why I
out
was
of
doing
this.
it this way. That's why I was doing it this way. So, do I see the exit by chance or no?
Well, it's to your back, so you'll
So-
see it
so
once you
once I
get
flip-
upside down.
Once I flip there, I'm like, okay, sweet. And then I'm going to hurl the dagger on the end of the rope, hold the end of the rope, and start pulling me outside.
Well, let's see if you
Oh
can
dear,
hit the
this
wall
is a lovely
first.
apothecary shop. I hope no daggers fly at me.
Oh, dear.
Hey, I brought muffins! Ah!
The muffins happened already.
Have you heard of them?
No,
You can do. By the
I
way,
was being
since you're
innocent
not
by
used
shame.
to
You
floating
couldn't complain.
uncontrollably,
Would
you
you
can
like me
do
to roll
this with
disadvantage?
disadvantage.
But you get an additional.
D4. All right, that's probably going to be shite, but 7 plus 4 is 11.
Sure.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So you don't hit the wall. You like the angle you're trying to throw from
Yeah.
is bad, and it like clanks off the door.
Damn it.
And then it like semi lashes itself around the bench next to the door.
Oh, close enough.
She said walk though.
She didn't say walk. She said if I can get myself out. Of
No,
the
she
door.
did not.
say-
She said if you could walk out the door.
Oh, well, I'll get close to the door and then try to.
She didn't say walk to the door.
Yeah, she said walk out of the door.
I'm just watching this. Pet the badger.
I'm not gonna give you ideas. Sorry.
I have an idea, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, wait a minute.
Once I get over there, I'm going to see if I can pick up the bench and see if that brings me down to the ground.
Okay. So you're pulling yourself
Yep.
toward the door, and you're floating through the air,
Yep.
and the bench is outside of the door,
Oh, damn it. Can't do that. Okay.
just so that you're
Gotta
clear.
stop. Is there something that seems heavy right next to the door?
Like
On the
how
inside.
Like how heavy?
Heavy enough to where I would think that it would probably bring me back down to the ground. Besides Kolgun, who's way over there just watching me.
I saw where this is going. I'm watching from a distance with the badger.
I mean, there's not like an object right next to the door. There's just kind of the door, like that you could reach doing this. There's just kind of the door frame.
Gotta think outside the box.
I'm like looking at all my spells, by the way, while I'm doing this. You know that.
How long are you taking to like process everything you're doing?
I'm trying to process it like as quickly as possible in my
So
brain.
so you're trying to do all of this just as fast as you can?
Yes.
How?
Okay.
She didn't say how long it would take
True.
for you to walk out.
But I figured it might as well be while this potion is still in effect instead of before it ends.
I don't think she specified that, but if you want to try it while it's going on.
It's really bright here. I'm going to look up and see the halo finally. Okay. What
For
did
you for those of you that are watching this, the halo is changing colors. It's like it's switching between like purple and pink.
You're looking fabulous.
I feel great.
Really brighten up the room.
I am going
That's
to.
beautiful architecture. Spin.
You know what? We're going to say that it was a new moon day. Why not? I'm going to cast Free Alter Self. Let's see if I can make myself. Oh, no, never mind. Trying to think. Think.
How much time has gone by?
You tell me at this point.
I need to know how fast you're trying to do all this.
I am.
Spinning.
I look like a loading screen at this point.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I'd say it's been about a couple minutes.
Okay, so you come back down to the ground, and the halo goes away after a
see.
minute.
The right side up.
And I walk out.
Yeah, I
Side
suppose
door.
flip your D2. If you land on a 2, you land on your feet.
1. I land on my head.
No, you land on your tuchus.
Oh.
All right.
There you go. Break
Well.
my ass.
Take a step out the door.
Okay. So yeah, you step out the door, and now the elf lady is like as you fell on the ground, you hear this little. And then she's like writing, and taking notes and stuff, and she says, "If you would be so kind,
Aye.
I want you to have the vial.
Is there something special with the vial?
I just would like it back for about an hour. And then I'm going to give it to you again.
It's going to do the same thing again, ain't it?
No, it's gonna have holy.
I'm gonna fix it.
Oh.
She wants something to remember her by.
Okay, sure. I'll let her.
Okay.
So I'm going to have a potion of something.
2 potions of healing?
Two potions
So
of healing, and
so the vial refills itself once per day.
it does random
No. It's going to do the thing that she
wants it.
puts in there. The thing that she put in there was the experiment.
Okay, so what is she going to put in there this time then?
Well, she's going to fix the potion.
So it's gonna be the same thing.
Well, she's going to fix it so that you won't just, she's going to make it so that you'll float, but she's going to get rid of the halo, and she's going to get rid of the,
Delayed
Po-
show.
possible give me ability to move
no,
forward, maybe?
no. It's just going to
a
allow
light
you,
show.
it's just going to allow you to hover. It's not going to allow you to fly. Whoever drinks it will have the ability to hover.
So we just load you up with a bunch of stuff and pull you along like a balloon.
And Kim still can't
It doesn't
have
even
the
have to
wagon.
be you. It could be anybody that drinks it.
Vial of hovering.
Call it whatever you want. This is her own concoction. She's
Pushing
created
a
this
hoverboard?
herself.
So it's, what's her name?
Huh?
I'm not there, but what's her name?
The elf lady? Is this what we're talking about?
No one's asked.
Once,
No one has
once
asked
per
her.
day, correct? It
true.
can be drank once per day.
Yeah. It refills itself
Yeah.
once per day.
So I'm going to ask, what is your name? And thank you for this experience.
Yeah, it's lovely of you to ask. Before I answer, what is your name, please?
My name is Jet.
Jet, I'm so happy to have met you. I'm so happy that you were willing to take part in my experiment. I thank you. And as a gift, you may keep my vial, and I hope you get great use out of the contents that I have given you. Yeah. My name is Elena.
Elena, it is a pleasure to meet you.
And mine is Kogan.
Very nice to meet you.
After having spent 3 hours in her shop.
You know,
Gotta
parting
impress her
farewell,
with
give
the-
the names.
It's about the ceremony. We don't need names.
Herbs and stuff. Yeah. So basically, this potion allows you to hover for 1 minute. The one thing you can do is you can adjust your elevation. You can get up to 20 feet high. In the event that you would fall from a height, it will begin to slow and protect you once
Okay.
you're 20 feet from the surface. But you would still fall until you're within 20 feet of the ground.
Just don't drink it if you think it's longer than a minute fall.
It's all right, I got Feather Fall as a spell.
No, I don't have soul yet, do I? Yes, I do.
And so when she gives it to you, the liquid is now it is not swirling like pink and purple. It just is those colors, but it's not like
Okay.
a swirling thing. It's like she got it figured out so that it does that. And the stopper to the thing is a gold color of stopper. So in case you have other vials, you'll be able to recognize that this is the one. Look at that. You go in, you play the guinea pig, and you get rewarded.
Darn right, I can make myself or someone else a human kite. Or
Just came out
a
with the
gnomish
Bruce
kite,
Chuck
a
6
dwarven
line.
kite.
So she also tells
Just means
you
can hover and fly.
She also tells you that in the event that you fill the vial with a different liquid, that is the liquid it will reproduce every day.
Oh, so don't mix up.
Holy water without having to pay. I'm just kidding.
Stay
Do
away
health
from my vial.
potions. No, I'm just kidding. Put health potions into it and just drain it every day. Infinite health potions.
We need a higher tier of health potion then, if that's the case.
Right, but also like
Yeah.
if it's only a
But we have
vial,
to get.
I know,
bigger health potions, it's because it's more health potion, right?
but I'm kind of happy with this hovering thing, and don't worry, I will save a health potion just in case for that.
I mean, it refills every day with the hovering potion, so we could just like store the hovering potion off in another
No, it.
vial.
Oh yeah, that's what.
and
Okay,
then
I get what
refill
you're
the
saying.
different one to change up which ones we produce
Ah,
each day.
Okay.
And remember,
We
go
are
on
talking
2
about
days
this
after
though outside of the shop
Yeah.
because I'm not doing this in front of.
Yeah, on the way back, we're like
If
walking
you would
back.
not have rolled a nat 20, I don't think I'd have given you that vial. I was just going to give you another potion. And then you're like, nat 20. I'm like, you know what?
Here's this special.
You can have
thing.
a special vial.
I'm like, you can keep the vial. I'm like, I'm thinking, what's the vial for?
Yeah. Okay.
Something special about that vial.
Anything else that we are trying to achieve before we are handed our next mission?
Hover. Oh, you. Oh, that's funny. Okay, that's funny.
That's good. Space, I guess.
So after that, what did you want to do now? After you were done with that, did you have anything?
Didn't have anything
Okay,
else.
so we're just care package from Granny Rockette.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's a basket, and it's almost like a picnic basket, and so you
Still
lift up
excited, a little nervous because like
you lift it up, and
there's
there's a folded up note. So you take the note out, you look, and it's some of her herbs. It's some of her. It's a few flowers.
just a delightful garnish.
There are some cookies in there.
Like normal cookies or like.
There's one way to find out. I give one to a soldier.
So yeah, there's
Because it's like, I don't know. Hey,
there's a
thank
dozen
you.
cookies in there, and
the dragon army
so
is
then
attacking
so then
today.
you look at the note, and she just has written, well, until my next crop grows, this is the best of what was left over, and I want you to have it. I hope you're doing well. So proud of you. Enjoy.
I don't hear that often.
And she puts P.S. I found a great spot for a new
Otherwise,
garden.
my weekly wages are going straight to you.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen here.
Oh, I got my 5 steals.
No
You
interest.
got your 5 steals.
Jezebel's good, like, because they have ravens. Don't
Because
they?
it's 5 per week. If I'm
Even though it wouldn't be that far to.
No, it wouldn't be that far.
Just to go actually see her, but to send her.
Yeah, you
quick.
can almost guarantee that most of my
That's the
stuff is
thing.
going to go to
Got your basket, Granny.
Oh, wait.
Super
Oh,
excited
yeah.
here about the
One
garden.
I remember
Yeah,
something.
you can just talk. I mean, if you
Just
want to,
kinda
you can
take
just
it.
from
you
How's
can
it
just
going?
you can talk to
You were going
Darrett
to give
because
to me.
Darrett has had a person going back and
crystal.
forth between the
ball.
camp and
Okay.
him.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
my
how you
character
got
don't know
this.
anything about this, but me as a
Okay.
player remembers
Because
that now.
she's
Finally,
gonna
I'm like,
just
oh,
write out a
wait
list of
second.
like how everything's been going, the excitement on the
Yeah, but I
trip.
wasn't
and
holding on to it.
be like, oh, I did the goat thing,
Yeah.
I have no
Alright.
clue
and that
who's
bark
on
trick
that
worked really
That
good.
part of
Yeah,
that-
yeah. Okay, it's a
And
one
just fill out a
pound
whole kind of a letter,
glass
just going
sphere.
thanking her
So,
and
The moment that we get a chance to, I guess you can.
Granny
excited,
Rockette.
So-
excited.
I can
Yeah,
detect
that she
magic
found
if
a
it's
garden
magical, but I
place.
don't have identify.
All right.
That's all
But
I
we
have
could
written
possibly
down
find
about it.
someone to
She
identify
still gives a
it in
cookie to
town.
one of the soldiers. She's like, I don't know how strong this is. Here, try.
We'd have to
So
ask
you give a cookie to
other
a
people
soldier.
if they might know
Yeah,
someone.
as a thank you.
Actually,
It's
Yeah.
fine when Elena does it, but when Jez does it,
Yeah.
All right, so
I mean,
yeah,
granted-
you find a soldier that's willing to try a cookie. So
Bat the
yeah.
lashes, give him a
Work very
cookie.
hard.
Oh, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
Well, you work so hard. I thought it'd be a.
Yeah,
This is a
speaking of
thank
work,
you.
I'm on duty.
Yeah.
We'll see you later.
Enjoy the cookie.
Oh yeah, we'll see you sitting down after a while.
Man, that cookie was good. You kind of hear him saying that as he's walking around the corner, and he's like, "Hey, Johnny, this lady's got cookies. They're great." And then you hear kind of like a, "I don't like cookies. You'd probably like these." Anyway,
You definitely need one of these.
Marshall Venry puts them in the stocks for 3 days.
Where they gonna go? I don't know.
okay.
So there's apparently one other thing that we have to do, and it's giving Jet the 1 pound glass sphere from last game from the casting Dragon Army soldier guy. Did you want to?
I will go ahead and cast Detect Magic to see if it's magical.
It's just a glass ball.
It's just a glass ball. Give it to Martha.
Touch it, the eye of Sauron appears in it. Oh shit.
Really give it to Martha.
It does glow magical.
Does glow magical?
It does.
What kind of... Gosh, if I remember correctly, I think Detect magic
Yeah,
if you
what
stare
school
at
of
it.
magic?
You can find
Understand. Say just that.
Yeah. Splash this holy water on it. Be gone.
Yep, if you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature object.
I started to drop my
And you learn the schools of magic, if any, if it has any schools of magic.
Fool of a chit.
So does it have any schools of magic by chance or
It doesn't specify.
no?
Let me just
Is there
see if
anyone-
the book gives me something different.
Is there anyone in the castle that might be able to identify this?
Does anybody here have identified?
I don't
Nope.
think I do.
Hence why I gave the guard a
It's been
cookie.
a while since I
Or
looked
random
at
soldier.
my list of spells, so-
Be back at the castle?
I guess I got handed a crystal ball.
Cool.
So,
I'm
a
gonna hand you a
glass
cookie
ball.
afterwards. Hungry? I'm not telling you nothing. I just offer you one.
Do you have the basket on your arm?
No, it's in my. I just have a cookie.
You just have a cookie, huh?
Just a cookie.
Single cookie.
Yeah.
Why
look at
don't
your
you
grin.
roll Arcana?
Oh. 1 second.
I have to roll dice. Hang on.
No, that's like wow.
18.
18.
18 knowledge
Okay.
arcana.
I'm just gonna. While you're doing that, I'm gonna quick roll con for the guard.
I'm definitely not taking that cookie. No.
No, you don't know.
I know I don't know.
You don't know. I'm just
I
like.
already
oh.
went through one experiment today,
like-
darn it.
Okay. So, what'd you say you rolled?
I rolled an 18 knowledge
Okay.
arcana.
Yeah, I think you probably just know what this is.
Okay. What is it?
It's called a drift globe.
It slowly moves continents across the world.
So what it does is it's a
Like
so
you
the
said,
description of it is a small sphere of thick glass. It weighs a pound. If you are within 60 feet of it, you can speak its command word and cause it to emanate the light or daylight spell. Once used, the daylight effect can't be used again until the next dawn. You can speak another command word as an action to make the illuminated globe rise into the air and float no more than 5 feet off the ground. The globe hovers in this way until you or another creature grasps it. If you move more than 60 feet from the hovering globe, it follows you until it is within 60 feet of you. It takes the shortest route to do so. If prevented from moving, the globe gently sinks to the ground and becomes inactive, and its light winks out.
So it can become a very bright light. Taste the sun.
But no, just like, oh, welcome back, cookie.
So I'm like, oh, that's nice. Familiar taste.
And then when you look, big grin, not subtle.
Can I have one too?
Yeah.
Flash bomb.
Purify food.
Oh, you.
What? She's a great cook.
Okay, so yeah,
Great
like
baker. Not my problem.
Do I have to roll?
so
a
after
con?
so after about a minute,
Just purify it.
As you're like,
you
I
hear
know who you grab.
you hear from around the corner the guy that you heard the voice who didn't want the cookie was like, "Oh, hey, you're back." And then you hear, "You all right?" And then you kind of hear faintly a like, "Yeah, I'm great."
You didn't you?
Wanted to gauge
So-
how strong it is before
so,
I had it. Grandmother gets a little crazy.
Since I got
Shit's a
given a
pretty
cookie
lightweight.
and I didn't know anything, pay anything attention
Oh,
about
you
it,
ate one?
I ate it.
Oh, I didn't know you ate one.
It was right
I did
after
too.
I got done like
As soon as you
identifying
did, I
this.
was like,
Oh,
oh,
that's awesome.
welcome
Cookie,
back.
thanks. Oh.
Okay, sure,
And I
yeah.
noticed the taste. I'm like, you little.
So roll a con save.
Gotta
Good
gauge it
thing
before I
con
have
saves I'm
it.
proficient in. Wee.
I got it.
Sorcerers are proficient in con.
I didn't know that.
Granny's a great baker, but I need to gauge
That's
how
a 17.
I guess the real question is, are you trying to resist the effects of the cookie?
I like to keep my mind in balance.
Yeah. It's a cookie.
I'm like,
I mean, it is pretty good.
It has that taste that I've recognized before that has been snuck onto me, but still a good cookie.
Granny's a great baker. I just need to gauge how strong they are. before
Well,
I
in
have
case
them.
it matters to you, you still have 10 cookies.
It's a good flavor.
It was a good flavor cookie, yeah.
Granny made them. She sends her regards. Carries on to go check out the garden.
I have gotten used to Granny Roquette's cookies. I have gained a resistance because of one certain Jezebel that likes to sneak cookies on me to see how strong they are.
As the guard,
Friends, it's fine.
Oh,
like
you want
you
behind?
kind of hear the
pretty
guard
attractive,
is just kind of around the corner, but you don't hear the footsteps, and you're kind of hearing a little bit of clanking and stuff like that, and then you hear. I mean, it's probably not clear to you, but you can hear something kind of thudding on the ground.
I'm gonna start walking over that.
And then about a few seconds later, you see the guard come around, and I mean, he's got the helmet, he's got the sword, he's got no shirt.
I was waiting for you to say there's nothing else but the helmet, the sword, and the boots. It's
You
like,
gotta
whoa.
be warm.
He's like, feels a lot better it's not so hot. This is kind of nice.
Oh,
Thanks for the cookie, man.
Okay, that just answered my question. I was going to look at you for.
And he just keeps going.
Have
Like
a
he
great
just
day.
he just keeps
I'm
going.
just gonna stop him up and say, what's
Just let the man
what's,
have a nice
what's the punishment
There's
for
a lot of
being
tension.
under the
It's
influence
bad.
in service? Just curious.
What now?
What the punishment is for being under the influence while on duty?
Well, he rolled a nat 1 to remember that. I don't know. I don't think there's no way there's any punishment for being comfortable.
I'm saying under the influence. If I were to get a little bit too drunk,
Well, you shouldn't do that, man.
what would happen to me if I were to?
Well,
Well,
you'd probably throw up if you
Dear
got too drunk. I don't know, man. You got any more of them cookies?
I do, but maybe later. Just
Gotta
just
taste it.
enjoy.
With that tongue, I'm gonna suck on the back. 5 points of my hands. He's gonna become sober real quick.
Backlash.
So you get him with that, and he's like, "Oh man, hey, where's my what?" So he kind of does this.
Reminds me again, what is the punishment for a soldier being under the influence while on duty?
Well, I mean, I don't want to do that. Nobody does. That's not good. I don't want to get demoted.
Well, then you better go find the rest of your.
Oh, jeez. Whew. Whew.
I'm gonna give you the stink eye. So I know you can get someone in trouble. Did you give that to anyone else? Any other
What-
guards?
Just point at Jet.
I was going to say, you saw me eat that cookie, and I seem
Yes.
perfectly fine.
Besides stink eye everywhere. I just had to know.
Okay.
Grandmother sends her regards in a kind way, but sometimes a little too strong.
My question is, how
I didn't wanna find out
surprised
the
would
hard way.
Kogan be that Jet is perfectly fine from a cookie like this? It's like,
You've had a lot of them over the years.
what?
All right.
To be fair, she doesn't do it to the children, but you've been old enough, long enough.
He's like, revenge
Granny has
cookies, only
standards.
Some
Those-
of them drugged.
Those focus pills.
All right. Anything else we're doing? We're gonna drug
no.
anyone else?
No.
I mean, if we got like
These are
3
handy.
days, right?
I got 10 of these
I might
left.
visit the refugees out there.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
by the way, I found this.
If there's people that you're wanting to track down, you certainly can.
I'm
If
gonna
not,
hand you a
you can.
goblet, Jezebel. You're like, I found this fancy drink that actually tastes pretty darn
I mean,
good.
if Tarbin is there or
Did Granny
I
Maggot.
can find the
No.
Stark family and give them help.
Sure.
And anything they
Sure.
might need.
Yep.
So you can hold on to it for a little
Yeah,
bit.
you have some time to
baby.
take care of all. I mean, you can help out
I
anybody
didn't
you
give you a
want.
vial.
You
I
can.
gave you a goblet.
You
Oh, a
can.
goblet?
You have
Or
time.
I'm gonna
maybe
carry
Mason
around.
Dream,
Same time, it's like,
maybe borrow some
I just
carpentry
got
tools
you.
to help things out.
Yeah, but how many times has Jed tried to pull a fast one?
I don't know. How often does he try to?
Okay.
He's a book boy.
So we have at least one person going out to the refugee
Sucks
camp
at
at some
deception.
point. Anybody else doing anything?
That's true.
Not that it is.
Okay.
I say I'm ready.
So yeah, you kind of get to 3 days later then,
I was trying to con her into drinking that drink, but
and
Do it during the mission.
so Darrett comes to you on dinner
Takes 4
at dinner time or around dinner time of the third day and says, oh, "The marshal has got another mission for you guys."
ooh, I've been needing more money. I mean, yes, another.
Yeah, you guys are at the point now that you can probably,
Get her
like
another-
tomorrow, you could go to the clerk and get your next
Good.
week's
You're
pay.
getting 10 gold or 10 steel. Because you're getting my 5.
Yep,
right
I'll
off the bat,
mark
like,
off
here you
5
go.
off your debt.
I can knock off 5 of mine, too.
So are we just marking that down now, or are we?
Yeah, if we're
Let's
going to
let
the
you
clerk.
finish talking.
So the story is that there's a pair of scouts that had been tracking Dragon Army movements north of the Vingard River, 20 miles northwest of Kalaman and 6 miles east of Vogler.
The last time with those guys.
You guys are told to find the scouts' lookout post in a stand of gray birch trees that are uncommon in that area.
Free birch.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about our other missions. You said we need to check in on them. They haven't been heard from. Or
Yeah.
okay.
It's a tree.
Well, you're being sent out there to essentially to track to find them. And I mean, potentially get a report, those kinds of things. There hasn't been any report for them for a little too long.
And Darrett, is this within the range where we could? Would you say it's more than 18 miles out?
Yeah.
All right. Perhaps we take both of our fantabulous devices with us.
Do you think we're going to split the party up enough that we're going to make use of them like that?
I mean, why not? If we're looking for scouts, they're good at not being found.
True. It might be worth it to have them on hand then.
Then we can hear each other if somebody goes scouting.
I'm going to leave this one up to chance. Let's see, what do I want? Apparently, we're going to go with the new moon. New moon.
Okay,
That's a different one.
so this was at dinner time that they told us.
I can cast
Is
Ray
there
of
any
Sickness
other
for free or
information
Alter
about
Self for free.
How long it's been, what their
then we
last
just decide which spells
check-in
you
was like.
Which moon
anything
base?
like that.
So, I
Not
have new
really,
moon,
just that it's
full
been
moon, and crescent moon, which I've been doing a lot of.
longer
Because
than
I
it
like
should have
the
been,
blind
and
and
so
stuff,
they're
70 color spread.
wanting to not risk that something has happened to them.
All right. Meet and greet with the scouts.
Should we go in the morning then? Set out in the morning?
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause
I'm assuming we'll take horses again this time, because
that would-
that's a long way
A
to
fair
go,
ways out, yeah.
even on horses.
Well, so just bear in mind that the thing that the scout, I mean, again, I want to make sure that this is clear. Like, they've been tracking the movements of Dragon Army soldiers and stuff. So take that to mean whatever you will. That could mean that the fact that they have kind of a general lookout area that they're at suggests that they're trying to not be spotted. So just keep that in mind as you make your preparations. If that wasn't clear from the original description.
So we should go now.
Well, I mean, it's probably far
They're
enough
not
away
giving
we
it.
still have to
They're
camp
not giving you
overnight.
this mission with any tremendous urgency. It's just it's been longer than normal
Yeah.
since they've gotten a report. So
We can head out. I mean, it's far enough away. We probably need to stay camp overnight somewhere, anyways. So.
Well, let's make sure we
it'll
cover
be unlikely that you can definitely get there, and you could theoretically just get there and come back, but it probably would be some part of that would be in the dark if you did it that way.
We could head out at a leisurely pace and camp somewhere overnight.
I think even at a leisurely pace, you could get there in the same day. It just, if you wait till noon to leave, then no, but
Let's stay at the castle overnight and get horses fresh in the morning, and then we'll head out as soon as in the morning.
Then for when the next day comes, when I wake up, it will be a new moon. New moon phase.
okay.
I'll probably leave the wagon I got with refugees. Let them use it how they need to.
Sure.
We need it again. I can just have it back for a bit, but I think you'll get more use out of it.
You can take it back to the orphans.
I think they can make more use of it in time.
Okay.
So are we leaving
Leave it in the morning? Okay. So, yeah,
No, we're taking-
We're taking both far gaps, aren't we?
So that way we can get more area.
Okay.
And look for scouts.
sure. You can make the trip without any hindrance or problem. Once you get to the area, somebody can give me I guess anyone that wants to can give me a survival check.
Oh, I don't.
Actually,
Is this
Yeah,
a check
I'll
to
give that a
navigate
survival
or
check.
track?
This is to find their
Hideout.
their spot that they've been
Okay.
hiding
Hiding
out.
So-
So multiple people can roll this, or just?
Anybody that wants to.
I'll take
You know what? I've been decently lucky with doing this.
You.
Might as well.
We're looking for a 15.
I
I
got-
rolled a 16,
Exactly 15.
and I have +3, so
That's
it's
good.
a
Because
19.
I got 11.
So yeah, you guys find this spot that they've been in, and it takes you like 15 minutes of looking around, and you eventually find it.
Okay, what do we find there?
So so there's two scouts. One of them you can see is tied to a tree in the center of their camp. And there are two of the Draconians harassing him. The other one is laying on the ground nearby and is not moving.
And how far is he, the one on the ground, laying from the one that's on the tree? Slash the
Oh, I mean, like less than 10 feet away.
Oh, okay.
So you guys, yeah, by the time you guys kind of get in a position to be able to see this, you know, you're probably like 50 feet away.
Surprise round, anybody?
If we are 50 feet away, I don't know if they would have missed me.
I've got one hell of a surprise round.
Oh, they're kind of like in a sheltered area, like it's in these trees, so it's not very visible.
Oh, it's not visible.
Yeah, that's kind of how you guys have been able to get
Okay.
this
why we're
close,
so
and it took you a
close
while
to
to
get
find them
noticed.
because they're not. It's not. I
It's
mean,
a
it's dense
secret
enough.
Scout camp.
They're this spot where they've been. It's like they pretty clearly picked this so that it would be hard to find them.
So but at this point where we are right now, we can see them clearly.
I mean, clear enough. I mean, there's some trees between you and them.
I'm willing to do a ranged attack if everyone's all right with that.
Yeah, and I can follow it up with a couple spells of my own.
So, if so, I'm going to go ahead and what did we see for enemies again? Just two draconian.
We only saw two.
We only saw two.
Only seen okay.
We
Only
all
see.
We could
quick take
probably
a look around.
Yeah, let's
hazard
say
a guess that
I
there's more than two. but-
may I take a perception check to see if there's more than just the two that are probably hiding in the trees.
Okay, so before, I mean, is anybody intending to act right away, or are people kind of in agreement to like wait for more information? How are we approaching this? Because if
Complete
people are
success.
gonna go and if people are gonna act, then your perception is for you, and you're not really going to be able to communicate it to anybody that's going and taking other actions right away.
Just take a quick look around and then coordinate a strike.
I was going to say Jet's more the person that likes more information, so he would be willing to roll a perception check just to look.
What is everybody else intending to do?
I will wait for further instruction.
Look around real quick, see if there's anything else waiting on the sidelines there.
I've got to refine my spell.
So you want to do what? You want to do?
I want to do a perception to see if I see any more besides just those two draconian.
Call it investigation.
Investigation? All right, that works.
Do
for me.
we know how many scouts they were supposed to be at this camp?
2.
Okay, well, I both there at least.
Oh, I rolled a 5 total. Rolled
Oh,
that
sure.
one.
Okay.
I got an 11.
On doing what?
Investigation.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 13.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
You're going on
you're
break.
not seeing.
Wait,
I mean, you.
Sorry, I'm wrong. I got 15.
Okay. You. You catch a glimpse of some kind of movement in a tree that's kind of right there next to the camp. But you don't. You're,
Across the way, off to one of the
no,
sides.
like kind of right at the edge of where their camp is. But it's you can't tell what it is or what you just. It was a glimpse of movement.
There's-
So for all you know, it could have been a squirrel. It could have been.
I'm just gonna note to the team whispers. There was something over there, but looks like it's just these two. There's something moving over there, but as far as I
Probably
can
just a squirrel.
so we're gonna
Think
smack
we
these
know
guys
three
here.
of them?
Okay.
If there is three, think we can handle that?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, we got this.
Unless this
I
is
can
a
do
weird trap.
We can totally handle
I
it
think
if
we
there
can.
were
I
three.
can.
I think there's just two. Let's go get them.
You're really confident about that two thing.
Maybe there's just one.
One of those.
I got
probably
that
not picking up
double
on those.
Yeah.
vision.
Did anybody have a cookie recently?
I mean,
Oh, that's a late. That's a late active. Oh.
all right. So,
Face
what,
plant.
All right.
what you guys?
So what are we doing?
I'm willing to.
How close are they to? Like they're right next to the one scout who's tied up.
But
right?
they're like
harassing
50
him.
feet from us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I-
about 50 feet away
I
from
can
you.
hit them
I
from
can
this
make
far.
it there.
I can hit them.
They're also like
And-
right next to the tied up scout, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind of harassing the scout.
Not stuff with splash damage.
Oh, believe me, don't worry. I
Unless
have
you
no,
can decide where it goes.
I have no splashy.
Because I could command one to betray and just run. Well, you guys attack first, then I yell a command word to the guy. We're in range for that, so. And then everybody else just
You
rush.
could command whatever you saw in the tree to drop,
No. Well, how far away was the thing in the tree?
just as far as the other guys.
You say climb down. You don't have to drop.
It's I mean
Well,
it's
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 one
it's
word.
in the same vicinity, you know, like
Like
so,
as the
it's
scout?
about the same distance. It's
Okay.
it's very if there is a difference, it's just an angle at which it would be from where.
Alright, yeah. You guys ready to attack?
I'm ready to attack.
Alright, so I think
You guys should go first.
I'm going to give you another chance.
maybe you both attack one target and then I.
So as you guys are going through this plan, you see one of the Draconians just paintbrush this guy right across the face.
Is he dead?
Just all you see is whack. What are you doing?
And I'm shooting the scorching
Yeah.
ray right at that one.
Okay, so I think what we'll do then is we'll roll initiative
I was waiting for that.
for you guys.
Yeah, you're taking a break. You're going downhill fast.
Alright, what do we got for people?
I read 15 total.
Oh, I have to get higher than you. Somehow.
3.
Yeah, well, I rolled a 10 on the die, so.
Is somebody writing it down or should I write it down?
I got it right.
Okay.
I got
The
16.
bads when they go will be on 14.
16.
I rolled a 17.
Holy shit!
That's a natural 20.
A nat 20.
Okay. You should have spoken up. Oh, man. I had it all written down. Hang on.
Sorry.
No, that's
I'm
okay.
not.
No, I'm sorry to.
Yeah, I'm not sorry either. I'm just.
We've got Blanche.
Not first.
We've got Ellie. We've got Kogan coming in at. What number did you get?
I got 17.
You got 7. Oh,
Or
never
16,
mind.
sorry.
Wait,
60.
Blanche
Okay, so
got
Blanche,
17,
I got 16.
Kogan.
Kogan got 16. I got 15.
I got 4.
Okay.
That is good. Well, I mean, we get a surprise.
We get a surprise.
Bad's got 14. Did you get both of 15?
Sorry.
I definitely won't.
14, you got a 4. You
I got 4. She got a 3. Your spellcasters are here in the rear.
We're more like.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
How far away do I have to be for the splash damage?
I don't have
We're
splash
not,
damage.
we're not doing splash.
Okay, great.
I don't.
Okay, great.
It's her, depending on what she casts, if there's splash damage. She's looking at the one I'm thinking
I'm
of.
pretty.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Okay.
You got
As long as
evasion,
it's
right?
not
Who's-
a
who's
Constitution
going
saving throw,
first?
I'll be fine.
Oh,
It's Blanche.
Blanche
All
is
right.
first. This might be the only time ever.
That nat 20.
Tune in next time to see me not go first.
shit. Blanche to be second.
All right, Blanche is gonna tear off like a train engine, and one Minotaur band. That's a dash into the clearing
Yeah.
right up to them,
Yeah.
and I'll hit him with the goring rush.
All right.
Use a bonus action.
So one of them you're picking out.
You.
Let's say right or left.
I'll go for the one that didn't slap the
Sure,
scout.
left.
What are you doing missing out on a perfectly
That's
good opportunity to slap a scout? I missed.
Okay.
That was a 7.
That was
That
the
is a
number I rolled
miss.
for initiative.
But it was an intense moment.
Yep.
All right.
How did?
Anything else you'd like to do?
That is all of my
All right.
action
Oh,
and
that's
bonus
nice.
action.
Kogan.
Woo. Well, I can't reach them this turn, but what I can do.
Well, you could. It's just a lot of movement being used.
Yes. Now you're right up next to them, aren't you? So
What
I'm
was
gonna-
what were you on? 15. You're in the initiative
His
order.
initiative
Yeah,
is
I'm 16.
16. Okay.
I'm 15.
15.
I rolled a 15.
Okay.
I'm 4.
All right, I'm
What
gonna.
What are you?
Jezebel's 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna
This
run
is
up
our-
25 feet.
Our lineup.
and
I guess many.
I'm going to bless Blanche and you two, so you actually hit something.
I'm gonna need it.
Okay,
I have confidence in your ability.
thanks.
All hail the Rage Queen.
Where's Martha?
What's that?
Where's Martha?
Back at the
Yeah,
castle.
yeah. Oh,
You
do I
bought
have
her
to-
armor.
I know.
Why is
what?
she not out here
No,
now?
no, no. I have badger stats. Hold on.
I mean, it is that good
know.
of armor, but
3 hit
not
points.
that.
It's not gonna save her life.
It's good armor.
Yeah,
Just not
it's fine.
that good of armor.
Was it in the? No, it was in the player's handbook.
And then,
No, it was. In
All right, so you casted. You
so
casted.
you
easy
guys are
bless.
blessed.
Are you planning on moving up then after that? or-
I moved my full 25 before I blessed because
Oh.
he was out of my
horses,
range.
don't we?
Ow.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I figured
God.
we got off the horses in order to sneak up to the.
Well, yeah.
They,
It makes sense.
Loud.
But we don't know if the horses could have gotten through it. Thick.
That
Oh,
also
it's not
puts me in
from-
range for.
So you guys are not mounted.
Nope.
Not mounted.
I figure for
Non-
What is your badger
Non-mountations.
doing?
Do I need to roll a separate initiative for Martha?
Well, are you? Is Martha a trained battle badger?
Nope.
Then no. I'm sure Martha is seeing this happen and is like doing all of the nopes. Like, no, thank you.
If Martha is
It's
involved in this
you.
combat, it will be as a projectile or not at all.
I'm just astonished you managed to get the armor on her without her tearing it off. That's what I'm more astonished by.
We're friends.
I know.
She knows what's up. It's fine.
You said they were 50 feet out.
Yes.
She could understand Ellie's speech.
Yeah, I can also speak to small things.
Are you trying to tell Martha to attack?
I mean, it's not my turn. Unless it's come down's done. But
I'm
I was
just.
just making sure if I needed to roll a separate initiative for her.
I mean, do you have some ability to convince Martha to go into battle?
I mean, as a forest gnome, I do get speak with small beasts.
I believe in you, Martha. And Martha's
So
like,
I guess so. To me,
I can talk to her.
to me, I would put it this way: like, if you're going to try and get Martha to go into combat, then I guess Martha would have to have an initiative. But if you're not gonna say, "Hey, Martha, go attack this dragon thing," it's up to you.
Okay. Well, I mean, doesn't seem like Martha's welcome in battle, so I guess we'll
You can put Martha in battle. It's up to you.
is she a
I'm just
brave
saying
badger?
that. I'm just saying that if she's not a trained battle badger, then
It's in the
I think
works.
you would have to, because the way I look at it is a trained battle badger would understand battle and would understand go attack.
Right.
A not trained one would require the person commanding it to say, Timmy fell down the well, you know, like,
Okay.
go do the thing.
What are you doing? Because it's actually your turn.
I'm just seeing at what speed this happens. It doesn't tell me if it takes an action or.
What is it?
I'm just seeing if I can use divine sense to like.
I think it's an action.
Evan.
Well, then my turn's
I like
over.
it all.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll just have my shield and hammer at the ready.
All right.
I cast my bless.
All right. So Ellie is next.
Ellie's
All right, let's do it, Ellie.
Okay. I guess we'll have
Praise be to Allah.
A lot of remix be with you.
Because apparently when you go to bargain mode, you go southern anyway, so why not preach?
Kogan is in fact a self-bastard speech.
safe battle, right?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
at
Every
worst
battle seems
3
like a safe
foes
battle.
at worst.
Right. So it's good, like, practice for the battle badger.
There you go.
Ooh.
For the
I don't
wannabe
want to
battle
say
badger.
yes because when Martha dies,
When Martha dies,
all
Ellie
together
is on a
One good hit,
rampage.
That badger is dead.
Yeah, but you have lay on hands.
Martha has 3 hit points.
Like,
If she
I'm
takes
saying
9
one
points of
good
damage,
hit,
she is
and
dead.
that
Dead. She's not
Badger's permanently
revivable dead.
buried.
Okay.
Wait, how many hit points does the badger have?
3.
So
3.
if
Yeah.
that badger
Got it.
takes 6 damage or more,
No,
you're gonna
9. 9 damage in total.
It's double.
I mean,
Dead.
are you rethinking sending her to Badger battle training school?
Well, maybe once she goes to badger.
I mean,
Wait.
Bada, 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 bada. Bada,
unless you
bada.
have a way to temporarily increase your HP.
I don't. I'm not a
the better battle line.
spellcaster. What do you look like? What do I look like to you? No. No.
Punch you, make a
okay.
punch,
Gotta go talk to the Badger Master.
I am the badger master.
She's the last badger master.
No, I gotta go seek out on an epic quest.
Anyway.
to the old badger master. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up there and I'm going to attack them. I will use my lovely key point to step in the wind to
Beep
get
beep boop
there.
boop beep.
Yep, and I'm gonna whack it with my stick, and I'm gonna attack Jack, the one that did slap.
The one on the right.
Yep.
The slapper.
Slappy. Slappa. Slap a hand.
Does 14 hit?
It does.
Huzzah!
Holy crap.
She didn't need my help. I told you. I'm confident in her abilities.
I want this one.
It's your chance to shine.
Because you're doing scorching ray, right?
I'm going to do
Max
Scorching
damage.
Ray, which
That's
gives me 3 rays to shoot at the guy in case if it doesn't work.
13
crap.
damage. No,
Right
14
up
damage.
14
It's precision.
damage.
13. Sorry, 13.
I'm worried about
13
it dying.
damage. All right.
Yep.
If we kill both of them,
Ow!
we're fine.
And then I used my bonus action to get there, so yeah.
You did it.
Yep.
All right. Ellie, whacking Draconians.
Yep.
Is it
Whackonians.
Is it still alive as is? Or is it dead as is?
Well,
All
I
right.
did 13 damage, and it's still alive as is. So
That's
Okay,
all I
so
need
you
to
were
do.
that you were at 15.
yes, I was. Yeah.
Okay.
So the bats are next.
So
Okay.
it's
So
Not
No.
us.
well, it's a surprise round.
was it?
No,
thought
we
it
Did
was.
took
anybody
too
roll
long.
stealth or did everybody charge in there?
Oh, you got a point. Never
I was gonna
mind.
say
Go ahead.
we went
I
for
don't
Yeah.
strategy
Yeah.
versus over impulse.
Yeah.
I'm in
Alright.
heavy armor. There's no
There
stealth.
is no stealth.
I could have.
So we'll have the one. We'll have the one
I have an
attack.
okay chance of stealth.
Blanche. AC 11.
Nope. I started this fight wearing my armor this time.
Yes.
AC 13.
No.
Oh my god. Okay, well. So that one
I didn't even need to bang
misses
them.
Blanche, and the other one misses Kogan. Not
Ellie.
Kogan.
Are you
Ellie.
there?
Sorry, Ellie.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I'm working my way over there.
Working away
And
like
then-
downtown.
My way over there.
Tree man.
Apricot.
The one comes
Strut.
wings out down
Squirrel?
out of the tree.
The squirrel.
It's another. It's another.
Do I get
Oh.
attack of opportunity?
Why do you
No,
get
because it
attack
doesn't
of
doesn't
leave
leave,
your
it's
square.
entering.
It came in your square.
I was just asking.
Oh, sorry. The answer is
She
no.
wants to punch it.
I want to punch you.
Through my sphere of influence, which also includes
Let me roll you
into-
my sphere of
Ooh.
influence.
Does 21
Blinding
hit you?
light.
21 does hit me.
You take
Rude.
5 points of piercing damage and 7 points of poison damage.
What a jerk.
Ooh, a different one.
Question, is this a magical weapon?
It is not.
Poison or
Oh, hold on.
Oh, it's a weapon. I thought it was just his claws.
Or, yeah, does it count as a
Pointy
magical
teeth?
weapon?
No. You actually. I'm sorry. You.
Is it spitty?
Oh, never mind. Oh, now okay. How about AC 18?
That also hits.
So you take another
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do
5
first,
and another 7, and you need to make a DC 12 con save.
Add your D4.
Yes, thank you. I would not have remembered that.
Blessed be thou. Not enough.
No, it is enough.
Oh, it is. All right.
That's a 14.
Yay! Positive. Not a
Very
five.
good. Very good. Okay. Okay, that's the bads.
Okay, so that brings us
Watch
to
out,
Jen.
there.
All right.
They've got poison.
So this one's like swinging around some daggers. The other ones have short swords.
I am going to. I'm going to try this because that sucker actually hit, and this is now a prime target for me to try this new thing. I can cast for free for a day because of the new moon. Ray of Sickness. Let's do it.
Add your D4.
I will. I have to make sure within 6 feet. Yes, within 6 feet. So I'm going to aim at the one that just descended down and hit Blanche. I'm like, let's go for you.
Okay.
That only hits one target, right?
Only hits one target. Ooh, baby, I don't think I'm going to need this D4, but we're going to roll it with you anyway. And there, that's nice. So that's
My 14 hit. So.
That was a different.
29 to hit.
Oh my god.
Yep, that hits.
All right, and I did this at a second
guy's
level,
got a
so we're
28
going
AC.
to roll 3d8s of poison damage,
Nice.
and I need a Constitution saving throw as well. You have to beat 15.
From the guy he saved.
Con save, you said?
Yep, he took 11 poison damage.
The ray of sickness blasts and hits him. Doesn't seem to affect him at all.
Oh, okay.
Does he still have
No,
to make a
I
con
blessed
save, though?
you,
Well, he made it.
so you get all sorts of advantages.
Well, I mean, he takes the damage even if he passes. The passing was
Right,
to
but he
be
might have
poisoned till.
resistance to poison.
He
That's
made
a different
you-
story.
What is
Or
this?
mute.
What? I mean, is the damage type poison?
The damage type is poison. So
Doesn't
it doesn't
affect
do anything, which means even if he did fail his Constitution saving throw, him being poisoned until the end of my next turn doesn't matter. So
No effect.
that was good to know now.
Okay. Well,
That's sad. That was
You know what? I'm going to use 4 points or 2 points of sorcery to use that as a bonus action spell, and I am going to now cast a firebolt at him.
Okay.
No scorching ray.
That is not a cantrip. Otherwise, I would.
Add your D4.
That is. Well, probably need it. Actually, no. I probably would have made. Oh wow, that is. I like you, UD4. You are working wonders for me. 19 to hit.
19 hits. You're attacking the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. For 3 whole fire points of damage.
3 damage,
3 file points.
but it affects him.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you guys, poison doesn't work. Everything else, give it a try. Fire seems to.
Okay. Anything else from Jet?
That is it for
Jezebel.
that. I'm staying back here.
Cool. I'm gonna uncork my water flask and start casting ice knife. I want a dice. So and D4 because I remembered. Yay! Good times. Dirty 20.
Which one are you attacking?
The one that hit Blanche.
The one that floated down out of the trees?
Yeah, and it's like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like, no, fuck that guy.
Yeah, he is kind of like,
I like how we were all ready to just smack the
It's
person
like,
that
no,
smacked the
you
person.
can't
It's like,
hit my
oh, now you hit our friend.
So,
No.
what'd you say was
So,
dirty 20? It hits.
Yep. Okay. Cool. And I'm doing it at second level.
I
So-
should probably finish taking out the one that I was attacking, though, because I hit the one that
Yes.
smacked this guy. So.
Wait. It would be.
Did you get a D4? Did you get a D4?
Does that go with the damage?
No, it doesn't. This goes with the
Just the
attack
damage,
roll.
just the attack.
So if your
Sorry.
attack could hit.
No, that made it a
Sorry.
20.
Sorry. Yeah.
So
Just making sure.
it takes 4 piercing damage,
Okay.
and then the shard explodes.
Okay.
So anything within 5 feet must do a dexterity saving throw.
17.
Good.
Another nat 20, huh?
No, I got the D4 blast.
Oh.
That
Okay.
bless is helping. It's doing its work today.
I don't think I'm within 5 feet of you, so.
Yurik smiles
So-
upon us
What
today.
did you say it was? A DC what?
Yeah, that sucker's been giving me 4s every time I've rolled that D4. I'm like, yes. Yes,
13.
baby.
It saved.
Oh, okay. Then that
And it's
don't
even the
matter.
stone die. Look at that.
It avoided
I'm-
13 cold damage.
Go
As it should
dwarves. Go
It
dwarves.
avoids it. Okay,
It's not a half. It's just avoids it.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's good. I mean, for me.
Sadness.
Yeah.
We're gonna say that you're further than that away from the prisoner,
And it's my turn.
but we will say that the other draconian.
Did that get its attention though?
Well, I'm gonna do because I think there's 2 draconians
It's like,
there.
Are there not 3?
Well, I
Not
think
in
the
range,
I think the one is like kind of engaged with Ellie, so I'm gonna say that if it's going for the one that did the ambush attack, it's only gonna be the 2 draconians and you that are in its range.
Okay.
So the other one did not save.
so 13 cold damage.
All right.
Little
That's good. Okay. Anything else?
That'd be it.
All right. Back to Blanche.
Alright.
So you kind of have your choice now.
You got showered by
Exactly.
glitter.
You got poison or you
That's-
got normal.
The one that you initially attacked just got ice stabbed.
Yes,
Right in the bum bum.
well, got ice stabbed. I thought the one that attacked me got ice stabbed.
That one got stabbed, but it didn't get affected. by
Yeah,
the
that
cold
one
glitter
saved
shower.
against the
That
but the
is-
one but the
Ice
one that
stabbed,
you
ice
tried to
exploded.
initially attack.
Italian ice shavings.
Alright, here's
So,
the move.
It like sliced, went
I
through.
will bonus
Italian ice
action
explosion.
grow to large size, the giant's
Fingers.
might unleashed. And I will pull out the old pike against. I'm gonna go for the one that's weakened already. The one that got ice exploded.
Sure.
That
You don't even need the die.
But might as
that
well.
is
Roll the 4
a
anyways.
28 to hit.
Sure. I mean, that's got to be a critical, huh?
No.
No, it was one away.
19.
He's not at the point yet where that becomes
I will
critical.
re-roll both of these, the 1 and the 2, with my great weapon fighting style. Get a little bit better. That is 9 points of piercing damage to him.
Yeah, you skewer him, and
Lizard kebab.
it beep. Let's see.
Was that the poison one or the not poison one?
That's the one that got ice sharted.
So not poison.
So not the poison one.
Oh, please pass your con if this
Yeah.
thing is dead.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my goal was to try and stone him, but I forgot they were immune to each other's
That's okay.
effects.
Okay.
Shall I make my save?
Assuming that you're within 5 feet of it. Yep.
I mean, I haven't moved, so yes.
Okay.
Oof.
It's a con. It's a con.
13?
That passes. Okay.
'Cause that would have been bad.
I keep forgetting I'm kind of bad at this.
So,
Advantage on you. Oh,
think
God.
I mean,
will-
if you were to action surge or do whatever, you're within range of both of them. I think you would probably have to leave the range of the poison one.
Right. I was just deciding whether or not to go after the poison one. And I think I will.
Okay.
I don't like this guy. He's poisoning
That
me
is
too
fair.
much. Oh yeah, that is 27
Yeah,
to hit.
you hit.
I'll re-roll that one to a 10. That is 17 points of piercing damage.
We're just watching Blanche have the most flow that she's ever had.
Dragon thing no likey.
All
Is
right.
dragon thing dead?
No.
Up for a scary glitter a wizard today.
Okay.
All right. That is my turn.
I'm going to hate when this thing explodes, I think.
Your
My
turn.
turn.
I think
Your
I'm
turn.
well, maybe
I'm
well
gonna-
out of the way.
run up right next to you
That's true.
and smack the guy you just smacked.
Joy in the
Unless
party,
you
I
want-
see.
Well, this one's not
Blade
next to
going-
you. This is the one that poisoned him,
Alright,
so he
alright,
should be far enough away from you.
Yeah, it's like it's not super far. It's like
Far enough to be out of
yeah,
five
it's like
feet.
10 feet versus 5 feet.
All right.
I
Run up,
appreciate your faith in me, kiddies.
smack the guy who Blanche just.
Yeah, do it.
skewered.
See,
Do
your
it.
person explodes and turns things stony.
Chuck
This one
that
explodes and we
attack.
don't know what happens.
Oh, so close to being a crit. All right. I'm assuming a 24.
Yep,
All right.
that hits.
Kill it. I'll kill it and then back it the fuck up.
I
Back
can't.
that truck
I
up.
don't have. I can't just move like that. All right.
Show me what you
That's gonna be 6.
6 damage.
6 blunt damage.
Okay. Yeah. Does not appreciate it, but you know, like taking hammer smacks and getting stabbed by a trident or whatever it is.
Bonus action.
It's like, why are you all
Well,
stabbing me?
I can bonus
2 fewer
action
dead.
divine smite on
Oh,
that,
that's
right?
right. I stabbed your friend.
Yeah,
It's
you
not a
can
bonus
divine
action.
smite.
It is
Let me kill it
free.
from
It's just
afar.
free. I
Yeah.
can just do
I mean,
when I
it
connect.
costs a spell slot.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn a first level spell slot. And
Do it.
2d8.
Get it.
Do it.
Get it.
Do it to it.
Oh jeez.
Do you
Okay.
want another D8?
That's gonna be 7 total radiant damage.
Yeah. It's in bad shape.
do it. It's time for the sucker to go. Oh, no, it's at least.
Okay, anything else?
I was just gonna dead you.
That's what I'm
That's
asking.
all I can do.
Which one did you hit? The poison one?
Poison
Yeah.
one.
I
We've
smacked
done
it.
like 20
I
damage
smacked it
to
with
it.
my regular
It's
hammer.
special.
That thing is resilient.
I know.
It's the
It doesn't
regular,
want to be
apparently.
called strong.
Do I smack that one?
It
with
was
a
using
wood?
its
Do-
strong
or
arm.
do I- No.
Well,
I'm
you
also-
got one right next to you.
I like to mix with my
I just don't want to have to make it.
use my strong hand. I get in there real
Okay.
deep.
Gonna smack the one in front of me. Actually, I wanna roll with this die. I changed my mind. I did want to roll with that die. Okay. That's
Heck yeah.
that's
Now,
that's
here's
a
the question. Would you rather
19.
grab
Yeah,
a strong
it hits.
hand
You
or
hit
the
it.
frostbitten foot from Mr.
With your
D's?
bow staff of
Great.
doom.
great. Yeah.
Probably the
Oops,
strong
I
hand,
turned it. by
necrotic
accident.
flesh is
It was
really making
11
not in a
damage to
good
the one
way.
that was in front of me.
Sweet, yeah, you smash it, it goes down, and you make a save.
Which
I
one?
believe in you.
Which one of the 6 saves does she need to make?
You're making a con save.
All your favorites.
11.
I'd say believe in the heart of the dice, but that's cheating.
I have failed every single fucking one of these
You
I've ever
won.
goddamn done, and every time you don't
That's
give me
10.
bless. No, I need an 11.
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
You
Need one more.
The bless would have been the difference.
You are restrained.
Can I still throw a dart?
I think.
Oh, that was the one you knocked out.
Is it
oh,
with
or knocked down.
disadvantage?
Okay.
Was
Do you
that it?
have another
It's a
attack?
ranged weapon.
Well, no, I'm just trying to remember. Like there was
Restrained
wasn't there something
is you
about
have
it?
disadvantage on attack rolls,
Yeah, you
but
have-
people
you
have
have
advantage
disadvantage.
against you.
But do you have an action to throw a dart?
She's got monk shit she can do.
I can't. No.
She can go like this.
You're attacking. You took one out.
All done?
Yep.
All
Sick,
right.
sick the battle badger.
Well, this one's gonna stab Blanche again.
Have fun 10 feet away
I'm
from
giving
me,
disadvantage.
sucker.
Oh my god.
Have fun making your stupid con saves.
Hey, hang on.
Jeez.
Silence. I'm trying-
I will not.
this is with disadvantage
The badger.
because I'm within range.
He's creeping on it.
The badger is
still
coming
hits.
out. The badger is free.
100% hits.
I tried.
Badger queen is here.
I rolled a 19 and an 18. So,
Ooh,
I tried.
Hot damn.
so yeah, you take 5 piercing and 7 poison.
What?
And then it tries to stab
And
you
then?
again.
And then
Well, it rolled a nat 1. So, okay, it missed the second one. So you don't have to make the save.
All right.
You only have to make the save if it hits you with both. Okay, who's next?
Judd.
I'm
Since
coming.
It's the end of my turn. It's the bad guy's turn.
All right, so
That
I'm
was
gonna,
the bads.
I'm going to go ahead and cast me a scorching ray.
Do it.
Be.
And all 3 rays are going after this poison one because he's the only one left, apparently.
Yep.
And I'm going to say I am so sorry because apparently these things like to explode. If I can hit every one of them. Come on, let's see if you keep up the good work.
Nice.
You do keep up the good work. That is a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, so second one.
Why don't you roll your damage on that one?
Okay,
Don't
fine.
think it has much health left.
For 11 points of fire damage.
It dies.
Oh, wow.
Crispy, but what happened?
It
That's what we're gonna find out.
dissolves into acid, and it splashes on everyone within 5 feet, which is the 2 of you.
Hey, see? You're
You
welcome,
make a
Nelly.
DC
Land
12
away from
dex
that.
save.
No
Blanche, you're
problem.
on an acid trip.
On her favorite rocket ship.
That is an 11.
With your.
That is an 11.
Well, I'm not blessed.
That's
Let's-
right, because.
I failed.
You both take 7 acid damage,
What?
and the acid is splashed on you.
Oh. So we need to get this off.
You're gonna have crispy fur.
So, that was Jet's turn. What are you doing?
Do you have like a
Gonna
water
do.
attack?
All 3 enemies are down and they
That's because we're taking acid damage now.
Jet's like, it's not my problem.
I said I did apologize. But these things usually blow up. I'm sorry. Boom.
We're not very dexterous.
I'm gonna guess you guys told me the stories about electricity blowing up into freaking bone shards. Poison blowing up into freaking acid is a different story.
Because the one attacking is dead, the other.
They're all dead.
They're all dead, but it's like.
But there's 2 people with
getting
acid on
acid.
them.
Yeah,
Can you throw an ice knife at them?
yeah.
Also
I'm gonna.
have it like melts in the air with a cantrip.
Well, I was more thinking of like
Is
just
there a source of
frostbite.
water nearby? No, don't do that.
Ice knife is worse. That's why it's like, yeah, unless somebody's gonna light the fucker on fire.
I have
Have
no.
a water
That's why it's like
container
just
ready.
gotta run and start running towards you guys. It's like, oh god.
Okay.
I don't have ways
Very good.
of dealing with that.
Who's next? Blanche. What would you like to do?
Do I take the damage immediately, or is that at the end of my turn or something?
You take 7 at the start of your turn.
Oh! That's
I
actually kind
have
of, ouch.
just fallen to 0 hit points.
Blanche is down.
So I had something to do, but that is exactly.
Who's next?
That's me.
What would you like to do?
As you
Taking
take.
7 points of
As
damage.
As you take
So-
7 points of acid damage.
With the double move,
I
it's
can
like
actually do that for a while.
getting to you guys.
I really
That's about
shouldn't
it.
be. It's not good, but I can do it for a while. Is there? These,
Yeah, I forgot.
If I look around the camp, does it look like they got any water supplies around? Is there like a barrel of water they got?
I mean,
spare
I would
somewhere?
assume that you have water.
I forgot.
Am I able to like wash myself off? with
Yep.
the
I thought it
water?
was 10
All right,
feet.
I will do that.
Okay.
So I was thinking of the wrong one though. So
Yeah,
I was
you can. It's an
Yeah, I didn't
action
have
to
to
do
do
that,
so.
but you can get.
Whoops.
You can dump enough water to get it off of you.
All right. With that out of the way, I don't think because land hands is also an action, I think. So I can't
That doesn't.
get you with that.
I'll be okay. I've got 3 rounds before I'm dead.
Actually, because you
No,
take the
that's what I
damage
mean,
and
is
then you have to
failed
roll
death save.
yourself,
Ah, that's
could
true.
have fewer than 3 rounds.
No,
yeah,
I'll make all my
it's
death
just death
saves.
Oh, you'll make them all? Okay, good.
All right, who's
I've
next?
still got a D4 to
That's
those.
me.
What would you like to do?
I have to make a Constitution save because otherwise
Oh, yeah.
I can't move.
That's fair.
So,
Make your con
There's
save.
nothing for me to do from 10, 15 feet away.
No, did you bring potatoes? We could make some French fries.
Did you fail it?
No, I think
Well,
you
what
made
do
it.
I have to beat?
11.
Still in yeah, I guess I did.
All right, you're petrified.
No.
What?
Oh, I thought you said you
Save.
failed it.
No,
I
I
said, did you fail? And you said, I guess I did.
So that would be.
Well, she made the save.
You made the
have
save.
a +3 to my Constitution.
Okay.
Roll
So you are not petrified. You are not restrained anymore.
Would you like to borrow my proficiency
Okay.
in Constitution
Assuming
saving?
that's the end.
Yep. Jet, what would you like to do?
Look at that, just like, I don't know what to do.
Well, you probably just watched Kogan wash the acid off of himself.
Yeah, but I'm also like 50 feet away.
All right.
So,
We could dash over here.
I'll get over
Help,
there, but there's nothing I can do as an action.
You have
Okay.
2 health potions, though.
That would, unless giving a health potion is a bonus action.
I thought it was.
I mean,
I don't know. That's why I'm looking.
I mean, you could probably do it as a bonus action, but
Then I will gladly give Blanche, just gently pouring a health potion into Blanche as a bonus action.
all right. So roll the
2 defer plus 2. Come on, stones. Oh, you were so close. Just hack. Okay, same thing, pretty much. So that's 8 points of healing. To you, Blanche.
That's
is
a
good
really
roll.
important number.
And he's back. And the moment he comes back, he's going to pass out because it's at the beginning of your turn, right?
Well, it only
She's
does
also-
7 damage.
Yeah,
But
but she's
I'm-
also out far away.
No, she just
No,
ran up
I
here.
just I
Oh.
ran up there
All right.
and I forgot I had something else prepared, but.
What would you like to do, Jezebel?
I suppose that would be a full action to do, but that's okay. Taking my flask, dumping it on.
Your water?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
like risking. I'm like, well, there goes my
What
water,
are
so-
you?
Druid.
Like, how big are you? Because Blanche is
Oh,
yeah,
it's
it's
true.
really, really, really big right now.
When Blanche became unconscious, does that mean? wouldn't
I don't
they
know.
shrink?
Do you shrink back
Is
down?
I was gonna
concentration.
check that. Yeah.
That is very
That's
valuable
the
information right
thing
now.
is, I might want to do something different.
Well, I'm just saying that you can do it, but you're gonna have to
I
like.
didn't become small when I turned to stone that one time. I'm just gonna
But you
check.
didn't go to 0.
But you're gonna have to run around a little bit because this is not a normal sized Blanche. Unless it is a normal sized Blanche, we'll find out.
The thrilling looking up rules part of D&D.
Catch us next time on How Big Is That Cow?
How does this work again?
Oh man, my internet speed is incredible.
What do you need?
It
We
is
got books over here. We can race you.
I don't know if you would have it in your books.
I'm going to
Is it a fighter thing or is it
Rune Knight Fighter.
Rune Knight thing, which I don't think is in the handbook.
It is. I do not. I do not shrink.
Okay. So you can still do it. You just have to probably use some of your movement to get around and get the water on Blanche.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. Yeah, you can if you
So
spend your
these-
action and some movement to do that, you can get the stuff off.
Does the healing potion bring you back conscious?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. I've been.
It just hasn't been
conscious.
Blanche's turn yet to
You have
stand
to use
back
your
up
turn
yet.
to drop the size thing, right?
I cannot drop the size thing.
Oh, it's stuck.
It is for a minute.
All right.
All right. So yeah, you wash the
So,
acid
I
off.
was like, oh god.
Blanche is fine.
I sit up on
Still
my
have
turn,
water.
regaining some hit points.
These guys have peace out, Colin.
Bye.
The scouts will have water to replace the water that you lost.
Okay, good.
Are
Because
they
they're
both
kind of
alive?
they're sort of camped out here, so they need some supply.
And he's still alive. That's the question here.
Blanche, you good to go?
Well, if they're not, they won't be.
I think so.
Yeah, we don't need initiative order anymore because
I'm
nobody's
gonna
still
cut
taking
down the
acid.
guy on the tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to him, and if he needs it,
Well,
lay on hands.
What about go for the person that got slapped? See if
Yeah,
That's
the
the guy
on
that's
the
there.
tree.
The other guy is dead.
Oh,
the guy on the ground is dead.
The guy on the ground is dead.
All right. Well, I was gonna run to the guy who got slashed.
Yeah.
Slammed
So yeah,
his
you
neck
guys
with his
can.
staple.
Yep, you guys can get him cut loose
Oh god.
and. Just a second here.
How long does a person have to be dead before lay on hands does not break anyone?
Well, if he failed
If
his
he's
saving
dead.
throws and he's dead, laying hands is not gonna bring him back.
I was gonna say dead means no
And
lay
I-
on hands.
I'm not a good enough paladin yet to do that kind of healing.
So when
And I'm
you,
not a good enough sorcerer
We'll
to bring
just-
him back either.
for the sake of time, you free the scout. They tell you that the Dragon Army has split its forces to attack communities across Hinterland and Nightland. And that the army seems intent on isolating Calman from the Solamnic cities of Melgoth and Palanthus in the west.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
So
They split the army.
they split the forces so that they can attack communities across Hinterland and Nightland. And they're trying to isolate Calaman from Solamnic cities of Malgoth and Palanthus. And the scout is also asking for you to help get him back to Calaman.
Yeah.
We have horses. We can.
Okay. So, I mean, this is the scouts you were looking for. Do you have any other goals while you're out here, or you're just gonna help him get back to?
Yeah.
Don't see why not.
I highly doubt this.
Probably need healing.
But is there
Could
any
use some.
wealth on the 3 dragonkins?
No.
Didn't think so. Because they usually explode. I
Well,
highly
the
doubted
one
that they could.
Literally became acid.
I'm gonna give you.
Metal would be fine.
He
Let's give you
dissolved.
10 points.
Okay.
Any other different distinguishing markers on the 2 draconians that we did kill that are stone that are different from
Well, they turn
anything
to
else?
dust.
Yeah.
I mean, so. Okay. Just a second.
I'm assuming nothing is different from previous times that we've run into these guys, other than the one that was poisoned one. But
So the ones that you guys have been dealing with that turn to stone are their scales are sort of a brass type of a brown tan color. This one that exploded into acid is I mean, it's not that different of a color, but it's a little more like a coppery type color. And it's not like, I mean, it's not a massive distinction. I mean, you need to be close enough to really see that there's a difference from, and they don't, I mean, it's pretty routine that they are wearing some type of a cloak or something to kind of allow them to hide their, scaly features and stuff. So, okay.
That's where all these things coming from.
Anything else that you guys are interested in doing out here, or are you planning to head back?
Thank you very much, Jet. I appreciate you using your rare potion on me. Is there a way I can pay you back? What do I owe you?
$30 steel.
I give you 30 steel pieces.
And I give you 25 because that's all I owe you left.
The debt is repaid.
I have 5 for myself.
Okay. So, well, I'll do a quick fast forward for you guys. You bring back the scout. The scout is able to give his report to the marshal and some of the council. And because of this, I mean, this is like important news of what the dragon armies are doing. And so the leadership of Calaman awards all of you 100 steel pieces each for the improved information they have now, and for bringing back this scout that had all this detail. This is one of the things they were really trying to learn. And learning it is extremely valuable to them. So
Well, yeah, now they can perform a spoiling attack on one of those groups if they're small enough to take on. Divide and conquer, eh?
Guess he's going to be part of one of those groups then.
and
Let's kill some regular army.
you will all be 5th level when we return. Thank you all for watching.
Bye.
We'll hopefully see you all next week.
I thought it was
Teletubby, bye
Well,
bye.
it is kind of trying to fall down.
Oh Lord.